everyone. Somehow the giggles passed on from last night to now, so welcome to the stream. It's gonna be a giggle fest.
We should be fine. We'll be fine.
No, it won't.
It was just getting locked into the same room all together that started it.
Every time we're together, it's a giggle fest.
Go ahead.
No. Couple
Okay,
of
fine. I will.
announcements.
Liz will be here later.
Yes. So Liz will be popping in later. Before that, a couple of announcements. Starting off, thank you to our favorite goose and character artist, Mackie, who is here. Thank you, Mackie.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your amazing art. You might see some cool art from Mackie today if we look at the combat screen.
Actually, technically, if you're looking at the screen itself, you see cool art from Mackie.
Actually, yeah, that's right there. So, there's a little mouse.
Right there. Yep.
Secondary, thank you to Carly for our amazing name tiles and this amazing logo. I don't know where I'm pointing. Logo for Andoria that is also here in the Liftswon Institute. Thank you for that. Thank you to Lykel for for this background, the amazing city of Osen that you're in, and thank you to Arcane Anthems for the music today. There might also be some maps by Chain PQ if we get to it. Hopefully, we don't. Listen, hopefully you guys don't. There's no fighting. Well, maybe.
I mean, look, I promise I'll try not to blackmail a teacher.
We don't know what's gonna happen. And then finally, thank you to all of you. Thank you, each and every one of you viewers, for being here and dealing with our shenanigans and us popping in late because we forgot to change some settings and whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you. Thank you to our amazing followers and subscribers taking the time to watch this nonsense happening. You're the heart of the community. And speaking of a community, come join us in our moderated Twitch chat. Where Rohatness lives and where all of our memes go.
Literally all of them.
It's where the memes are. You'll find random clips, usually by Danny, of someone getting roasted or just giggle fits or something.
Including themselves.
Sometimes themselves.
Several
roasted.
times.
It hurt my soul.
And they were still there.
Absolutely savage.
Getting that clip together for everyone so everyone could rewatch me telling them that.
Let me go find that clip, actually.
Can I do my announcement this time since Danny stole it from me last time?
No.
Did you mute?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on.
Real quick, check out the chat to see the links to all of our artists.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then yes, continue on.
Cool. And if all of you want to, and you should, you really should, you should go check out this game in this chat that I'm going to link right now. It's called All That Ails You. It has character drawings made by Mackie. Mackie's the best. And
That's
then,
me.
Yep. And has backgrounds drawn by, and a little bit by, I guess in your CGs, you also did some backgrounds, but drawn by AC Animal Crossing New ACNH Escape on Twitter. And I had to figure out what it was. Cyphus did some amazing music. It's great. There was some great voice acting. I don't know the Twitters of the people who did some of the voices, but some of them are in here. Anyways, we all did amazing, and it's great. You should go check it out, please. Please.
It is actually an amazing game, and we're all so proud of Izzy for making it.
I mean, and Mackie.
And Mackie. I'm proud of all of my friends and the amazing work that they do, and that they're just good people.
I think you have the donations to talk about while
yes.
I go stir the spaghetti.
Yes, and then transferring over back to me, check out our D&D donation abilities. For $1 or 100 bits, you can grant guidance or a +1 to a player's rolls. $3 or 300 bits, grant guidance or a D6 to a player's rolls. Or for $10 or 1,000 bits, new character who dis, custom NPC for the stream. That information will also be available in the chat. Alrighty. I've been drinking soda recently, and I apologize for muting randomly to do a little burp.
How heckin' dare.
I know I'm a monster. But without further ado, if that is the case, I will go ahead and previously on. So where last we left the party, which was maybe a bit ago, they had each heard about the Blaze Guard tournament, a tournament happening for the upper years where the winners, the group of winners, would have access to a true wish spell to wish for anything their heart desired. Deciding to collectively group up as a party, Cornelius, Eugene, and Will Rhett signed the petition along with Salem, who later was able to check their name off. They have been slowly training over the course of the day. Salem's been having a bit of a hard time being an in school suspension for blackmailing a professor and ultimately having them quit their position. That's them pounding on the desk in detention. Just a little annoyed that they have to be there. The party had also encountered a couple of older years, some who had wished to befriend Eugene, and others who were not so friendly, under the name of Jason Crow, who has been causing quite a lot of issues for the party between reporting on Will Rhett and attacking Cornelius's roommate, whose name I don't remember. Small pixie roommate. Where we last left
They
the.
were sweet.
They were a very sweet child
It
who
was,
had gotten bullied.
Voloon, or something like that is how I have it
Oh,
written down.
I believe so. But where we last left them, the party is now waking up after another day of grueling training, since classes have been suspended in the afternoon to make way for parties to practice for the tournament. So this morning, students are waking up. Cornelius, you would wake up. Villain is still there, although they seem much happier than they were a few days ago, after having to deal with Jason, and are now preparing themselves for the day. They've got a little backpack made of like roses with a little berry, like an acorn cap at the bottom, to hold their bag together. They just sort of like wave at you, go, "Good morning,"
Good morning. I'll wave back.
and you see they just slip a thing. They have a little tiny book. It is very small in your hands. Most books are pretty large for you to hold, but this is a pixie-sized book, so it's a little small. And it just inside of it, if you flip it open, it says "Have a good day," and it's got a little smiley face note in there.
I will cherish this book for the rest of my life.
And they say, "Okay, bye," and they sort of like rush out of the door before you can follow. And then, cutting to Eugene, you wake up in your dorm as usual. Your roommate is a small pile. You still don't see their face. You just see that pile of stuffed animals laying on the bed.
Hi, bye, bye. And just going right on.
A hand waves at you from underneath the pile. And then Salem. For you, it has been about 2 days. You've been dealing with. So you got detention, and during that, you had been forced to sent to in-school suspension. What would have been a regular, oh, you only have to stay there for about an hour or so, and then you would be out of detention. You were instead ratted out by David Willow, and said he had claimed that you were the one to have started the food fight.
Oh.
And as such, you, David, and Rebecca are all in in-school.
They believed him?
No,
Over me?
they didn't believe just him, but they believed him and Rebecca. Rebecca was fully willing to take whatever could get her out of the least amount of trouble, and if it meant piling it on you, she was very willing to take it.
Come on.
So it's 2 against 1 in the story.
I mean, I rolled a really good stealth check, but I'll let it go.
True, but I, as the DM, need a reason for you to have not been here, so...
I tried to blackmail a teacher!
Exactly. So you're an in-school suspension, so you weren't kicked out, but in-school suspension is just when you are technically in detention, you're not allowed to eat lunch with anyone else, you're not allowed to hang out with other people, and your classes are with only you, David, and Rebecca. So it's just the three of you taking very boring classes in a gray room with a very drab teacher who's just like, your teacher is actually, what was their name? Professor Griffiths, who is a grayish ghost who kind of just floats and has been giving you a very monotone information for each and every class. So they have been running every class of the day for you.
Okay.
So you wake up and you know this is your final day of in-school suspension. You just have
Is it only the three of us? Is there no like other kids who have broken rules?
not to the point that they have in-school suspension. Detention.
Okay.
You've seen a couple of them pop in during lunch for just detention, but never like, oh, they have to stay in class here.
All right, that's fair.
So yeah, you've had a couple of other people pop in for detention who are like looking at you like, what did you do to get fully locked in here? But this is your last day.
Blackmail the teacher. No.
You know that you have to have breakfast here, and then you will be back to regular classes.
Okay. Wait, I have breakfast here in the detention room?
Yeah. So in school suspension means you don't talk to anybody. You are stuck with just these people.
All right.
So yeah, you have breakfast here, and then you're out.
Well, I eat my breakfast. It's been wonderful spending so much time getting to know each of you.
I don't want to hear whatever you have to say. Is it loser stuff? I don't want to hear loser stuff.
Do I get one? Can I get one? Can I say one thing to them after that? Because I'm assuming the teacher's like right there.
He never moves from behind the desk. He kind of just moves side to side across the blackboard, but he doesn't actually go anywhere. You're not sure if he knows that you're here.
All right. Go fluff yourself, and I'm gonna...
How could you... Oh, my God. How... Professor Griffiths, they're trying to leave. You see the professor's just... Like, their body doesn't move, but the head turns around, and they just go, please do not leave the classroom until breakfast is over. You have 15 minutes.
You're not stuck here. I'm not stuck here with you. You're stuck here with me, I'd say, looking directly at her.
You're so lame. You're just so boring and lame. I don't get it. She goes, whatever. It's fine. I'm so cool and rich. So, that helps.
Just gonna lean against the door frame, waiting for him to just let us go.
Yeah, so you've got up 15 minutes. You see David is just slamming his head onto the desk in the corner because he's like, I don't want to be here. I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Why do I have to be here? I didn't do anything wrong.
You actually didn't deserve to be here, if that helps.
I just threw food at people, but everyone was throwing food. I don't know why I had to go.
I agree on that one. That one's, that was, clearly, yeah.
I don't know why everyone blames stuff on me. It's not like I do anything wrong.
I mean, you can be mean to people sometimes.
I'm not mean. I'm forceful.
Someone tell you that was good?
Yeah, that's what my dad says. I'm not mean. I'm forceful. And sometimes people need a little force. Sometimes you gotta shove a nerd, and they just gotta learn stop being a nerd.
Oh, honey.
That's just how it works. You gotta move people out of their way.
Just come and hang out with us at lunch.
With your nerd squad?
Yeah, you want to push us to not be nerds, right?
Yeah, don't be nerds. It's lame.
All right, well, come and teach us how to be not nerds.
Fine. I don't know if you're gonna learn. You gotta learn how to like punch people and like hit stuff. And like when you get mad, you just like push it down. And like when you're feeling sad, you just push it down. That's like peak not nerd stuff.
I'm going to fix you. Are we done yet? Are we done?
You're free to go.
All right.
Suspension is
I look at what was her name? Rebecca. I don't know. Rebecca, go fluff yourself again as I walk out.
I hope this has taught you a lesson about.
I learned so much. Bye.
It's the slowest conversation. And David is running. He fully sprinted out of this classroom. Like a full sprint. He's like, I just want to be outside. And you see his head.
Grass.
I'm gonna go. Oh shit! Can I? I don't want to get detention again. I'm gonna go climb a tree. And you see he just runs. He's sprinting towards the like fighting classes. It's a full sprint. It's weird because you were pretty far, and it like even just watching him, he does not seem to slow down. He is full sprinting all the way across campus.
Someone was really dedicated to trees. All right.
Rebecca steps next to you and goes, "Okay, loser. Glad I don't have to hang out with you anymore."
Then why are you still here?
'Cause you're boring, and I'm waiting for my friends.
In this exact spot.
You're in my spot.
I'm gonna take a couple steps to the side.
She steps to where you were standing. Just goes, "See, that's my spot."
So you're telling me if I just leave, you're not gonna follow me?
No, I don't care about you.
Okay, good. I'm gonna start leaving.
She does not follow you.
Oh, thank goodness.
Cutting to the other two. So you were now. Oh. But you are walking towards breakfast. I'm assuming you both get there pretty early. Or at least, I mean, you get there at your usual time, but neither of you see Wilret. He usually is there before you and waits for you outside of the breakfast hall.
But we see each other.
So yeah, so you see each other, but you don't see Wilret.
Okay. Sorry, I missed that. I'm assuming we just met up.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning. Hey. How'd you sleep?
Fine. Oh, look at this. I'm gonna show Eugene the little book I got from my roommate.
Apparently, Wilred is stuck in basic counting 101. Do they get to 101 before they leave? Is that how that works? They have to count to
I think
101?
that's how it has to work.
Okay.
No, they keep failing at the training that General Weimar has of don't blink, so they have been standing unblinking in areas for a while now.
Oh my god.
But Eugene, it's a very small book. It's a little hard for you to read just because of the like physical size. But you think you see a little "Have a great day" smiley face.
That's really nice. Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, I thought it might cheer you up too. Have you seen Wilret?
No. Also, just as a side note, everything that happened yesterday actually did happen, right? That wasn't like a weird hallucination nightmare that I had sometime that I was like consciously dreaming through the whole time through. Did we talk at the little gazebo area? And did I show you? Did I show you something?
Yes, that did indeed happen. We are also most definitely signed up for the competition. And yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I
I think I'll go pass out now.
Could I have each of you make an Arcana check for me?
Other than me, I assume?
Sorry, the two of
22.
you at breakfast.
Okay, I'm gonna go
22.
stir spaghetti.
25.
22 and 25. As you, Eugene, are having a little bit of a panic at the concept of maybe sharing that information that you didn't want to, Cornelius, you see that your little note is glowing just slightly, and you think it might have the ability of calm emotions should you touch it.
Oh, in that case, I will just like awkwardly press it against Eugene's arm a little.
What? What?
I don't remember if that's a save or not. Let me check. But you do feel the effects as if you are slowly calming. Yeah, so it is make a Christmas save actually, Eugene, if you are resisting whatever is happening to you.
Yeah, I'm just nervous. This is 25.
So you do manage to resist it, but you think for a moment you feel a brief sense of calm wash over you before immediately your own active panic pops right back in.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
Oh, I thought maybe it was enchanted, but maybe it's not.
Do you want me to? Uh, yeah, you probably want me to test it that way it doesn't, like, actively hurt you or anything. And I'm just gonna slap my hand against it again.
Are you resisting the
I
effects
am
again?
not resisting this time.
You feel the effects of calm emotions kind of like wash over you.
Uh, um, uh,
You feel a sense of like calm sort of just well up deep from like your gut into your chest.
okay, that's nice. It, what, is that is that
It
like some kind of
does
like
it help?
a magical contraband that's supposed to like calm your everything? Because like I don't feel this very often, and I don't feel like this is a thing that I should be allowed to feel.
Uh, um, I don't think my roommate would have contraband. I'm pretty sure it's just a regular, calm emotion spell. You'll be okay.
Oh, calm, great, nice, yeah, okay. Uh, food, breakfast, shall we?
Yep.
Okay, going off to breakfast. I do not know what this calm is, and I do not like it.
As you
Does the calm make you uncomfortable?
Yes,
listen, you've never felt calm in your life. Uh,
Is would
it's always.
the oh sorry.
Oh no, you go first.
Would the training grounds be within 120 feet of us at any point while walking to breakfast?
it would have been when you were leaving your dorms. The closer you get to the actual dining hall, the farther away. The dining hall is maybe how long is 120 feet? How long is a campus? I would say the dining hall is definitely too far to if you were
Okay.
like message. But if you can
Yeah.
definitely do that on the way. So if you want to have done that on
I
the
wouldn't
way.
have I wouldn't have known on the way there that Wilbert wasn't here, so that's fine.
Okay. But yeah, as you step in, you can see that there are a bunch of students who have like uh they're sitting at their tables. People are gathered their breakfast. Still, there is a actual spread of real food, so meats and vegetables and fruits and the like, for every student to eat. But yeah, you can also see that there are a couple. This small table is still pretty empty. You don't see Vilun there, but you think they might have just rushed off to do something else. They don't. You don't usually see them at breakfast.
Gotcha. And we don't see Salem.
No, unless Salem, are you on your way? I will say, if you are on your way to the main dining hall, Salem, you will probably
I
pop
thought I
in.
was stuck there for all of breakfast.
Yeah, so you were stuck there for all of breakfast. You could probably try and get there at the end to meet them, but I will
Okay.
say,
I mean, I'm gonna go and look and see if there's some food that isn't served with these people that I was stuck with.
the two of you, you also don't see Salem there, at least not yet.
Do we see Wilret's brother?
You do. He is sitting with his. You see the group of friends he has created now. So you see those two tiefling twins as well as the Lucian. Wilret is now sitting next to the young tiefling girl, and then across from him is Lucian and the tiefling boy.
Okay, I will go over to their table. Try not to get stepped on the way there.
I'll be
Uh,
like your little protective, like nobody step on my friend.
Yes.
excuse me.
Oh, hi! Hey, hi! It's you again. You showed me how to do that potion thing.
Yes, I did, and I'm glad you guys did a good job at that.
Thank you. They kind of made a. You see, Lucian goes, "Well, I made a mess of stuff, but it's whatever. It's fine. It's cool." He just spoonful of food into his mouth.
Ah, right. I was just wondering if any of you know where Wilret is this morning.
Burns sort of looks and goes, no. I know he has that like morning exercise stuff. Maybe that just took a long time. He said that the general was trying to make sure he doesn't blink. Maybe he's not blinking. I don't know
I
what
think
that
that's kind
is.
of a thing that has to happen. Like you kind of need to do that like every once in a while. And I'm like blinking, like you know how when you're conscious of it, you do it more often. And I think that blinking is like a natural thing that you like have to do.
That
I don't know.
that's what I said, but apparently it's like a I don't know, it's like a fighty thing to not blink. I don't
Uh,
really know how it works.
Ah.
okay.
Well, you're probably right. He's probably just caught up in that Um, thanks.
Okay. If you need to, you can always he can hear stuff in his mind. That might help.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, if you like, and you see Burns kind of like holds their hands together, and a little ball of like light goes. Like I'm learning how to do this, and sometimes when he's really far away, I have to just send him a little like brain thing.
can I tell what spell that is?
Yeah, it's message.
Ah, okay.
But he doesn't. He
I
has not. He has not formally learned the spells yet.
Oh, that's a very useful spell. I think a little too far away for that right now, but
Wait, it's there's there's a limit. I send stuff all the time.
oh, does he always answer?
Well, no. Sometimes it's just silent, and I kind of have to wait and keep sending him a bunch of stuff, and then finally he'll answer later. But
Oh,
it's not. Yeah.
how much like meta knowledge do we have of the spells?
I would say you as a wizard probably have good meta knowledge of like knowing how spells work and knowing what spells are, even if you haven't like learned how to cast them. So
Okay,
actually, go ahead and make an Arcana check for me. I'm gonna
sure.
say DC 4, just to know the
That's
difference
a
between types.
12.
Nice. So what are you which spell specifically are you trying to reference?
Message, which I know. I just
Mhm.
wanted to write down the notes of what the spell's limitations are on a scrap of paper
Oh
for
yeah,
this poor boy who clearly doesn't realize that he's just sending message out into the great abyss.
yes, you can definitely do that. So you write that down, and he just sort of takes the paper and goes, "Oh, I thought. Oh, so it has to be close. I've been sending. Oh, that's why Mama never answers my messages.
Yes.
I thought she was just mad at me because I was eating dessert for breakfast sometimes.
Oh, that does get you in trouble. But don't worry. It's just that she can't hear you. You're a little too far away.
Oh, okay. Well now, and then you just see Gunnar points and goes, hmm, and points a finger at you, Cornelius, and you hear a little voice in your head go, "Is it okay? So it but works now, right?"
And I will reply, "Yep, that worked perfectly fine."
Yeah, okay. So that's okay. So I just have to be close. And then you see he starts like, oh wait, how far is 120 feet? And you see he's like trying to like
How
measure
far is
out.
that in hamburgers?
Exactly. You see he's still trying to like measure that out of like, how?
Well, I'll leave him to the math part of it and go back to grabbing food and just sitting down to eat.
Yeah, so you go ahead and grab breakfast. Eugene, you also are able to grab some. You see Thursday is kind of just winding around your feet. Her morning ritual of winding around your feet and just meowing as loud as she can for food.
Oh yeah, all the food, all the foods, all the food stuffs.
But
Best
yeah,
food for her.
you guys have a pretty uneventful breakfast as you don't see Wilret. You also, so yeah, you don't see Wilret or a couple of your friends, and Salem also isn't here. And after breakfast, I believe, what classes do you have? You have botany for first morning, so you have botany and magical theory, and then you will be free for lunch and training afterwards, whatever you decide that is.
All right.
So, Salem, this would be around the time you start popping in as you come in towards the end of breakfast just to get some food.
Okay. I'm gonna head over to whatever food is there as quickly as I can.
Yeah, so you pop in, and this is the first time you're seeing the like new breakfast spread, where it actually looks like real food. So you can see that there is still a pretty decent amount. Some of it looks diminished. You can see a good number of people have like taken away the fruit bowls and eaten them themselves. And the specialty food is all gone. So like the translucent food stuff, the food for vampires, all of that is already emptied. But there is still a pretty good spread of breakfast for
I'll
you to
just take
grab.
some kind of thing that makes it look like I care about what I eat.
There's a little pancake tower with carrots on the side of it that are like structurally holding it up as if it is an actual tower.
Sure, that works. I'll take the whole thing.
Yes. You just scoop up the whole plate. Yeah, and at the back where the smaller folk sits, you can see that there is a table with Cornelius and Eugene.
Oh, they're still here.
I mean, I'm assuming this is the end of breakfast, so you probably are either finishing up. I don't know if you left right
Yeah.
away.
No, I'd stay for a while, and I just like the idea that I'm like shrunk in at the table,
You were like
or
hunched
like
down.
just that how much I hunched down already just naturally makes it look like I fit at that table.
I'm gonna go sit down next to that table instead of at that table.
Do we see
Hey.
them?
Yep, they pop in. You see, they sort of sit down at the table near yours. That's for larger people to sit on.
No, I'm sitting on the ground, just right now, next to the table.
Hi. Did you want to sit down instead of just on
No,
on the
no, I'm
ground?
good. So we might have to try to. That I can't even think of his name. Guy that started the fight all the time.
David.
Um, Mr. Tennant. No.
David. Yes, David Tennant.
Oh my god. The one
Um,
the one that wanted to
I
beat
have an
me up.
uncontrollable urge to try to fix them.
Fix them?
Okay, so apparently it's the father who's been basically, I don't know, shouting at them and telling them that they have to be less of a nerd. I don't know. I feel bad. I want to try to fix them.
But they kind of make fun of me for being a nerd a lot. Is that something that um when you do
Well,
that, I'm probably not going to be around.
You're saying this because most bullies are bullies because they're bullied, all right?
yeah, and it seems uncool. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you are pretty cool. Just I don't think I could handle being around that kind of thing. Yeah,
Someone who needs your help?
I'm not very good at giving help. I'm not that kind of. I'm not a good role model for advice or anything like that.
I don't think they need advice. Sometimes they just need friends.
Just that
So,
the whole time.
but before we broach that topic, I'm gonna tap the little Calm Emotions book on Eugene again.
Go ahead. If you're resisting, make a Christmas save.
I resist because every time I'm like, what is happening? Never mind, it's a nat one. We're
You
good.
immediately feel that same wash of calm go over you. Except this time it's like warmer. It's not just calm, it's like a serenity. Where you're just like, oh, like your heart stops pumping as much. Your like lungs are no longer constricting. You think you might genuinely just be for the first time in your life fully calm and accepting of where you're at.
What you doing over there? You look okay.
I- is that bad?
No, that's. I just. Did something happen?
Um, and I point to the book that I'm assuming is still on my arm.
It's magic.
Oh, okay, that makes more
Yeah.
sense. Um. Anyways, I was just saying that perhaps we could try to convince them not to murder small animals, and I don't know. It's just a secondary thought.
Um. Yeah.
I know he's a
It, it-
serial
it's an
killer.
it's an interesting suggestion. We are the small animals that tend to get murdered, so it's a little troublesome. But that's okay. Before we talk about that, did you we kind of wrote your name down to join us in this competition thing?
Yeah, for the tournament.
The plot? Oh, sorry, I'm just startled that, and I personally am startled that you followed plot.
Yes, the plot.
I
Um,
hope it's okay when you wrote your name down. Just kind of. It really wouldn't be the same if you weren't a part of our group.
really? I thought you all were starting to dislike me.
No. No,
You have very
you're really
bold
cool.
ideas that are outside of our scope, but I think you're fine.
You're pretty cool.
Okay, well, sure, I'll sign up. I need to keep this one out of trouble, and I'll gently like push my fist against Eugene's arm. Just not even like a bump, just a push.
Eugene may.
Oh, okay. You weren't gonna actually like. Okay. Sorry. I thought you were gonna. Yeah.
Nope. That was not my intention.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. With that settled, we can go back to your plot here. But I was wondering if maybe we could have another. Wait, is the team limits 4?
Yeah, Max is out at 4.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fine. I'm just more. I realize that perhaps he's not as much of an asshole as he's trained to be an asshole. But it's fine.
So-
We don't have to fix everyone.
So we're gonna try and asshole an asshole.
I believe that is the ploy.
It might not be possible. He can't always fix everyone, but that person needs to be helped. I think.
What do you is that called like a deassifying?
It's called adopting an NPC. No. Um
You're not wrong.
That is what you're doing.
The asshole. Yes. I need to figure out what's. So, anyways, that was interesting. The last 2 days in detention. Well, suspension.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about are you okay?
Well, I had to spend the entire time with that ridiculous girl.
Rebecca?
Yeah, it wasn't worth remembering. I
mean, yeah.
She's vicious and wanted the spot I was standing in because I just so happened to be standing where she wanted to be, I guess. There's bullying and then there's just that. And
so you think that one is a lost cause?
I think money does things to people.
Yeah. If people are rich, they tend to be just a little bit more forceful.
Why am I hearing that word several times today? All right, fine. We're gonna fix this one too. All right, how are we gonna fix this one?
What?
Take all their money? No, that doesn't work.
We could do that.
That would be stealing.
No, that'd be wrong. No, we wouldn't do that.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you.
What's
I-
that? What are y'all
The
doing?
most important additions to these conversations.
You were like, I mean, yeah.
What's the plan for y'all?
I don't know.
Well, perhaps we should just go to class. We all have botany, right? Is it botany?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's botany this morning.
Yes, go to class and then regroup at lunch. If we still can't find Wilred, I guess we can try to debullify a bully.
I mean, it was really just a secondary thought. If it's too much, we don't have to, but it would be nice. It seems like he's getting bullied, and that feels bad. I don't know.
We can try. I guess, if that's okay.
Let's just adopt
No
everyone.
lips.
I don't know that we could afford to do that, but yeah, we can try.
All right.
But alrighty, yeah. So, what are you three going to do? For you, Salem, you know that the sign up for the what is it called? The competition is right outside of the dining hall.
Nope. I just made it worse.
There you go. I have a button that fixes it.
Oh, okay.
I just have to click it every time I see it.
Okay. So sorry, you said that we were what? I was distracted by the colors in my screen.
The sign up for the tournament is right outside of the dining hall.
So I guess I signed this, or do I sign the sheet that you brought me? What am I signing?
You just have to get a little check mark by your name.
Yes, you just have to confirm that you agree to join
To
our
be
team.
a part of our team.
Oh, part of your team. Yes, I'll sign it.
It's named after Thursday. We're Team Thursday.
What date is the
I hold up
competition take?
Thursday, who is probably nibbling on the last of my breakfast plate.
Where does the food go?
I don't know. I stopped asking questions a long time ago.
All right. Yeah, I'll sign the sheet. I'll join them.
You're joining the Thursdays.
Team Thursday, and I hold her up Lion King style.
Where's that music coming from?
Yeah, there's just you just hear. There's one of the bards who's practicing next to you. They're just like, they have like music coming out of their hand, and they're like, "Oh, this, I'm apologies, just practicing."
I'm sure that melody will win awards one day. Don't worry.
Do you think I was planning on bringing it to the theater? I really want to work at the Orchid Theater.
I want to work with animals. At the zoo.
So, you are on your way now to your first class of the day after you've confirmed that you're going to be part of Team Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
You are now heading to botany.
Okay.
So once you get there, you see it's in the same location as your last class. What was their name again? I don't remember the name of this professor. Professor Wizette is still there. You can see he's sort of standing in front of the doorway and is looking at everyone and going,
Oh, was this Miss Frizzle?
"Yes, this was Miss Frizzle."
Yeah.
Come on.
Goes, students, everyone, gather round. Now I know you're all
Hey.
excited.
I'm just gonna lean over to Salem. I smell a lawsuit.
You're back in class.
Yes. Am I allowed to join?
Definitely. Oh, this will be so exciting. All right, now, students, I know you're all in a big of a hullabaloo about this upcoming tournament, but that does not detract from the learning that needs to be done. Now, for each of you, I know you all want to hurry through classes so you can get to your training. I understand. I was young once and eager to hang out with my friends. So here's what we're going to do. I won't make you tiny. I have been told that not everyone enjoys being made small with no knowledge. So instead, what we're going to do is you can choose to be tiny. And you can explore this. And you see he just pulls his hand down and sort of like rips a little like pink and purple portal through the air. Just goes, ta-da! A land of your wildest dreams. Please, should you choose, I've been told to tell people if they want to, they can go in. Or you can stay here and read your textbooks. Yes, you.
What do you mean by wildest dreams?
Exactly that. Whatever you've dreamt of that you think might be the wildest will be in there.
Good wild or bad wild?
That depends on your dreams.
Look, I have to admit I don't want to be inside of any of these dreams longer than I have to.
It's fine. You go in groups and you'll only see the dream of your group at least.
Okay, but not to be inappropriate or anything, but what if someone has a lot of vividly sexual dreams?
I've taken precautions for that. So there will be no vivid...
How can you filter that kind of
no
thing?
explicit...
Do you have to look through the dreams in order to see...
No, I just... Well, some of you... In fairness, some of you do dream very loud at night, and it is hard to not hear you dreaming loudly. All of you think incredibly loudly. And none of you have learned how to think quietly. Well, you don't, and they point to you, Cornelius. You actually, it's very quiet in there. In a good way, and more like it's organized.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Wait.
Yes, I am.
You're just always reading our thoughts?
Oh, I have it on constantly. I'm not looking at yours. Mainly, I just try and keep my own thoughts. I'm mainly keeping an eye on Professor Moriarty. That's my. It's usually whose thoughts I'm looking at any given time. If you think something particularly loud or violent, I might hear that. So if you suddenly think I want to kill everyone here, I might
Just
hear that.
suddenly the thought about what Moriarty had said in that class
See
about
that I
like
heard. Ah, okay, that's a concern.
uh,
Regardless, it's fine. I physically cannot turn it off, so it's really not up for me to decide. I know when not to listen to thoughts. It was a very good lesson I learned as a child. Not everyone likes it when you hear what's going on in their mind, but none of you have to worry. Nothing explicit will be in this world, or I would get fired.
I think I won't say that.
They just
All
look
right.
it straight at you, Eugene. Won't say what?
No, nothing.
Yep, we're going in. We're going in. Yep, 100%.
Uh,
Grab Eugene's hand. We're going in.
I'm a little curious.
You see
I
someone
don't want
just.
it.
Actually, can I get a perception check from whoever's at the back of this group?
I would probably be like scooting the furthest
I
back to get
mean,
away.
No?
first roll of the night for me is a nat 20, which only comes out to 23 for me, surprising.
Oof. And Eugene, do you want to roll one as well since you are also edging towards the back? Or actually, if
It,
you're gonna. We can have everyone roll one real quick.
I
it
am
won't be as
pulling
good.
Eugene with me to make
I,
sure that they're not leaving.
it's not
I've got
as
your
good.
hand wrapped around my hand, and
It's
I'm
not as good,
keeping
but it
you.
is also a natural 20, so a total of 21.
I saw nothing. I got a 6.
I got a rock.
So Cornelius, you're actually genuinely intrigued by what could be on the other side of this portal. It's actually it's a little interesting for you. I'm like, what are my dreams? What are my wildest dreams? What are my friends' wildest dreams?
Yeah, it's one half concerning, but also really, really fascinating.
And I was put at ease slightly by knowing it won't end up just being a weird kink thing.
No. Professor Wizette fully is like, I will. There's no. Listen, I've done some debatable things. This will get me fired and possibly arrested. So no, it's not going to be in here. But you do see. So with those nat 20s, as you two are walking towards the portal, Cornelius is with you. Salem, you are actively dragging Eugene. The first group has already gone ahead of you because there were a couple of kids who were immediately on the I have to know portal who didn't hear that it wasn't going to be explicit. You think they might have been going there purely for that and was like, oh, it's not fuck.
It's literally not fuck.
It's not fun. But before you two are able to step into the portal, so it would presumably go into your dreams, you see one person's like, hey, nerds, check it out. And David Willow steps in front of you into the portal, like alongside you, so he's the first to go through as you step into the portal. So you think you might end up seeing
God.
David's dreams first.
Are we gonna, am I gonna regret this? I'm walking through, let's go.
Yep, no turning back now.
Are we
Izzy.
gonna come to a march where there's a bunch of nuclear missiles being driven down a street or something? Like, is that what's gonna happen here?
Hey, Izzy, I think I realized what's happening here. This is promotional material. This is a therapy battle.
Nice.
It is. It's actually it's
Nice.
therapy fight time. Uh, all right. So stepping into the portal, each of you, as you step your way in, it takes a moment to pass through. There's a haze of like pink and purple washing over you. You can see brief scenes of what looks like other people in separate dreams. You see there are two like teenage boys who look so upset as they are staring at like what looks like a massive textbook in front of them, detailing the like rise and fall of the historical changes in gender across time, and they just look so mad about it. As you think they might have been thinking about something, hoping that's what they would get, and instead they're like, oh, I got a history book about it. Fuck. But you can pop another. You see someone is fighting what looks like a giant ant, like an ant that is maybe the size of a building, and they're just staring at
How
it.
is that their wildest dream?
And after a brief moment, that purple haze passes over. It ends, and you find yourself standing on a well-lit cobblestone street in the middle of the day. You think you are probably in downtown Osen, so you closer to where a lot of the like shops and clubs and marketplaces are.
Oh, this
This is
this
pleasant.
is wild?
I haven't really been in this area before.
Do we see him? Is he here?
Yeah, you see David. He is a couple of steps in front of you. Is he just like,
Okay.
what took you nerds so long? How did I stepped in like a second before you, and I've been waiting for like 2 minutes.
Oh, time must work differently. Well, try not to get lost.
I have short feet.
It's because you're a nerd.
Actually, it's because I'm a mouse, but even jock mice have short feet.
Not.
Yeah,
Well,
kind of.
I've never seen a jock mouse. You're all nerds, right?
Oh, no. In my hometown, there's some that are lumberjacks, and they chop down trees. They're pretty strong.
Wait, but but you're small. How? That's not how that works. You're tiny.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and being tiny does not always mean that they aren't strong.
There's a known effect that that the flap of a butterfly's wings can like start
Can,
hurricanes.
can what? Say
In
it.
Florida,
What?
specifically.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Nerd. See, you're. And then because you say, see, that's nerds. Not forceful, not cool. Nerds. I don't know how you're lying. And they point to you, Cornelius. There's no strong mice. That doesn't make sense. Nerds. Don't hang out with nerds.
I
If
you were the one that walked through the portal with us, so
Yeah,
you
because I don't want to see your nerd dreams about like books or, oh, your like test was a B or whatever.
Uh,
you,
well, can
you
you
can
kindly
call
tell us as to what your dream is
you
right
can
now?
call us nerds and be cruel to us, but you can't say the word bitch.
What? I'm not gonna be rude to women. That's what?
Okay. At least there's that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's nice.
Why are you a nerd who's like mean to women or something?
No.
Oh
No.
my
No.
Is
god.
that like your
No.
thing? Is that cool or
No.
whatever?
No. Not at all.
right. Your dream. Well, what's happening here?
Yeah,
With
What is
women.
happening in your dream?
yeah, so my dream, this is super cool. Check this out. And you see they sort of like the hey, come on, go over here. And they start leading you through a couple of the alleyways. How I would say who is from this area? I think Eugene, you're probably the only one who's native to this region.
Yeah.
So you recognize that this is where a lot of people go for like farmers markets of just like selling food. It's a lot of where more the poorer people go to sell food or get food or go to shops. And you see he as he's leading you winding through, it is starting to get shabbier and shabbier around you. So like some of the buildings are getting a little dingier. You think people might not be cleaning as much. Some of the streets you can see people are begging for a couple of gold. It starts getting like a little bit shabbier and shabbier the further you move through these alleys.
Oh.
That at least everyone can see, but Eugene, you specifically know that this is where a lot of the like poor and perhaps people live specifically
Mhm.
and go to get food if they need it. And he's like, "Come on, I know this is like okay, so if this is my dream and this is what I think it is, something cool's about to happen."
Okay.
He's like, "All right, stop," and he stops you right at the edge of one of the what do they call the mouth of an alley, the entrance. He goes, "Okay, so this is my dream, right? None of your nerd stuff's gonna. I hope none of your nerd stuff pops in. I was here like a couple of years ago, and it was the coolest thing I ever saw. See, this is cool guy stuff. This is what cool guys do. They don't hang out and read books or do like boring magic or whatever. You actually like stick around and you go places and you see things. But you
Uh,
guys, you don't do
oh,
that.
I'm just
okay.
waiting.
Well, what are you showing us exactly?
I'm stalling for time for Izzy to get back. But it's like I get there's this okay, so like this cool thing. I wasn't supposed to be here because I was supposed to be hanging out at home, and my like older sibling was supposed to be watching me, but I snuck out because they're boring, and Alwyn's like a lame-o. So I came here because I was looking for my dad, and I got to see the coolest thing. And you see, just like as you were standing there, you hear a door slam open. And just the sound of like shouting and yelling as someone gets thrown out of a building into the alley. And he's like, okay, shh, shh, don't have people look at you. You're gonna get in trouble if they see you.
What? What?
This is cool guy stuff. Uh, and so yeah, you see someone gets thrown out into the alleyway, and a couple people follow them and go, "Hey, we don't want you back here ever again. We don't ever want to see their face." And you see a couple of them like, if we see your face here again, you're dead. You get it? You're dead."
Sorry, what did I miss?
With
My
the
pasta was burning.
Oh no. David led you to the mouth of an alleyway, and it said that he was going to show you guys something cool. He was here a couple of years ago, and this is his dream.
Okay.
And then you just saw a door open and someone get thrown out of the side of a building into the alley, and they're like curled up on the ground, just like like painting really hard. And you see a couple people step out behind them and go, "We don't ever want to see you here again. We see your face, you're dead here. We see your face here again, you're dead. All right, now you come up with the money, and you don't ever come back here."
What's happening here in your dream?
Okay, listen, look, watch. It's gonna stand up. And you see the guy like shakily gets up and he goes, "Listen, we're family. I don't have to give you money like that." And just like a flying punch comes out of nowhere, and hits that guy. So you see there are now two of them just standing in the alley. And you go, "Listen, you can be my brother all you want, and I'm always gonna take care of you. Ma said I had to do that, but you owe me money, and if you don't bring it to me, you're dead. You hear me? Now get out of here."
do either of these people look familiar?
Yeah, go ahead and make an perception or investigation, whichever one is higher.
Okay, investigate.
For anyone who would like to clock who these people
Oh,
are.
okay.
Not just, yeah, if anyone would like to make a check.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
11.
11.
Dirty 20 as well.
So these two, they look remarkably similar. You heard one of them mention that they were brothers, and you think that's definitely the case, that they might be related. It's hard to see the one who's standing in the doorway. He's a taller man with about like dark black hair, but it's hard to see his facial features just because he's like in the doorway. And the other, you can see he's got a part of his face is swollen, which makes it hard to tell, but you think they both have pretty similar features to David.
Who are they?
It's my dad. That's my uncle.
Is your dad the one that threw the punch?
Yeah, he's the cool guy.
Okay.
And
What are
you
you
see,
showing us?
because this is what happens to nerds.
All
When
right.
you're not forceful, when you're not strong, this is what happens. You said you wanted me to show you how to not be a nerd? This is how you not be a nerd.
You punch people?
Yeah, you punch people, and when people owe you stuff, you make sure they give it to you. You know, cool stuff, cool guy things. And you see one of them goes, right, right, brothers. Yeah, I'll get you your money. And you see he like walks off to the other side of the alley, his uncle. And as you're standing there, you hear just like the sound of something like breaking, like as if someone had accidentally taken a step on glass. And the guy in the doorway turns towards you. He goes, "Hey, who's over there? Who's watching this? Get out of here right now. Come on, I know somebody's there." And actually,
I'm sorry.
let's see. You see a tiny little boy step out of the shadows, who looks to be about maybe 9 years old, and looks a lot like maybe a young David. He goes, hi, Dad. You really gave him what's good. You got it. Is that? And you see his dad goes, "That's what happens. That's what happens to nerds. You're not forceful. You're not strong. This is what happens to you. You don't ever be like that, okay? Don't be like your uncle. All right? You're gonna be good. Come on inside." And they both walk into the tavern, and then the door shuts, and the alleyway fades, and you are back in that misty purple area.
So, if I understand this correctly, you think it's cool to punch other people and
Yes. I mean,
boss them around?
yeah, that's kind of, how the world works.
Okay. What about the people who got rich without doing that?
Who gets rich without hurting people? That doesn't happen. Listen, you don't get a lot of money by helping people. You lose a lot of money.
So being helpful to people is
For
what puts
nerds.
them at a loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes when you're helpful, you still gotta be strong. There are people who are super strong and helpful, but they don't get to keep their money. I mean, listen, like Dr. Shore, she's super strong and super helpful, but she doesn't get to keep all their money, and she's always like tired and whatever. You gotta be like General Weimer. He knows that you gotta be strong and you gotta be forceful. And and he like turns to both you, Eugene and Cornelius. That's how you keep people from being nerds. You make sure they learn that lesson early.
Oh, you don't think General Weimer looks tired? His eyes are all puffy and red from staring all the time.
That's because he's just getting strong. You gotta like if you and he just goes. He's like you gotta like not blink. Like I already passed my not blinking class, and he just starts staring with unblinkingly. He's like it's a little weird and it kind of hurts. You gotta like fan your eyes, but you're cool and you use it for fighting.
Yeah, how many eye drops do you go through?
I what's
Eye drops, to moisturize your eyes when they get dry.
I don't use those. I just close it when it gets too dry, and then I get back to not blinking.
That doesn't sound very productive.
It's super productive. It's like the coolest stuff.
Uh, mm, uh, nope, I can't think of a way to explain to you how bad that is for your body.
It's fine. General Weimer's fine. He can still see, and he's like totally cool and strong. So it's whatever. Why? What's your nerd stuff about being cool and strong?
Well, nerd stuff about being cool and strong. Um, hmm.
Oh, we stood up to Eugene's brother yesterday. That was pretty cool and strong.
I mean, Pontius is kind of a pushover.
Oh,
See, you don't have any cool and strong moments because you're
Um,
nerds.
we actually do. Um, um.
I got suspended for 2 days.
You don't
Just like
count.
you.
You probably did something insane. You've moved up from nerd.
All right, that's good.
Being able to actually show your friends who you are. That's cooler than punching people. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's really. Oh yay! Your friends can see your face. That's not cool.
No, like who you like really are.
yeah, not who you are on the outside, but on the inside. Opening up to people, trusting them.
Don't mention insides. He's just gonna
What do
here
you?
it comes.
Are you guys like what friends with Fern or something? And it's like weird. Oh, be your true self and like learn who you are on the inside nonsense.
Yeah.
I mean, they did seem pretty cool.
Fern's not cool. He's lame. He's super lame. He's like
Uh,
the most boring.
I think he's one of the coolest people.
So when you get feelings, do you just store them down inside?
Yeah. So I learned from General Weimer that if I'm not feeling anything other than like if I'm feeling sad, go put it away. If I'm feeling like happy, put it away. But if I'm feeling angry, I should use that to get stronger.
This is what I meant, by the way. The two of you.
Oh,
Just saying.
yeah, that's pretty unhealthy.
Yeah.
It's super healthy. And he just like pulls out, like he fully like rips his sleeve off. He's like, look at this. I don't have muscles, so I can't show you that. I have limp noodle arms. He's like, look at
Do you
this.
rip it off?
He fully
Noodle
rips
arm.
his whole sleeve off. And he goes, look at that. Like fully from, and mind you, this is his uniform sleeve that is a long sleeve. He rips the whole thing off and he goes, look at that. I'm hella
You
strong.
just ripped your.
But
You just ripped your. All right.
But are you happy?
Yeah, I'm like super strong and tired most of the time, so I'm like super happy.
I don't think that's
That's how it
happy.
works. I get
All
to
right.
like eat whatever I want and hang out with whatever I want to do, and like if I'm really angry, I can go punch stuff.
So why don't we see how this works for? I'm gonna start trying to think of my wildest dream. Does anything happen?
Yeah, so what would you say is your wildest dream as the clouds start to take shape around you?
Let's see. What is something that would be helpful here? Wish I prepared myself more for this. Um, I would say mountains of gold. So not very far from where this is, and helping people.
Yep.
This is pretty cool.
So yeah, you start dreaming, you start thinking of your wildest dream, and you see piles of gold coins sort of stacking up around you, and you think like the alleyway shifts from an alleyway to those pink and purple clouds to a like large entombed ceiling room with massive pillars made of like a white marble stone, and then within the room filling it you see massive like piles of gold coins and tapestries and paintings and some like really expensive looking artifacts.
See, so rich, but also gestures to like an area where there's clearly people preparing for like battles, but to go and help areas and fend off monsters and protect people.
So as you were looking around, you don't see exactly that. You think that the room might be a little empty. You don't see as many. It looks like it's just you in there. But looking around, you do see along the wall. As you start thinking more of people helping, you see stained glass windows start appearing, with notable adventurers who have been known to help people and gave away their wealth to the capital to aid people in the future.
So look, these ones, they're strong. These people are strong. They literally made their lives by being stronger than other people and made the lives of others better by being strong.
I mean, it seems like a lot of them gave up their money and now don't get to be rich.
Is being rich the only thing that would make you think you're happy?
I mean, isn't that what like most people want is to get like millions and millions of gold?
Do you want kids?
No.
All right.
I'm
Then
gonna
what are you going
be
to
a
spend the
cool
money on?
I'm gonna be a cool uncle.
Okay, but doesn't that imply that your father's brother has to have kids that are?
No, my older sibling Elwin, they already said they were gonna have kids eventually. Which that
So
name
how are you going to be
Pinks.
cool for them? Are you going to beat the shit out of them? I don't understand
What?
what.
No, you don't do that for like little kids. But like if they get older and don't know how to be cool, then you gotta teach them like, hey, be cool. I'm not gonna. It's gonna tell. They'll learn from like an early age. Elwin wouldn't let him be. Well, Elwin's kind of lame, but like Elwin wouldn't let me do that. They're like weird. And that name does ping for both you, Eugene, and Cornelius. Elwin, as the person you met a few days ago that your brother
Yep.
tried to set you on a team with,
Mm-hmm.
who had said, hey, don't mind my brother. He's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the bard?
That was the bard.
Yeah.
Okay,
You'd
okay.
met.
Gotcha.
You're like, nah, I'm gonna be a cool uncle. Elwin's gonna have kids. I don't know who they're gonna have kids with. I think they're dating Fern and Izar. I don't know. It's weird. It's whatever. They're gonna have a bunch of kids, and I'm gonna be the cool uncle who's got a bunch of money, and I can go like, hey, let's go beat up some nerds together.
And how do you get your money?
From being rich. Also, I'm gonna sign up for fighting stuff. So there's this cool like gladiator pit stuff, and if you're a really good fighter, they pay you money.
Anyone else have a place where they can take this? I have to go stir spaghetti.
You see
You
a full like pot of spaghetti appears on the other side of the room.
the more
Oh,
wild part of the dream.
yeah. Yeah. That's kind
Um,
of wild.
yeah. So my family makes money. by, running a farm and growing crops, and I'm learning magic so I can help them do that better. So, learning can be useful to making money.
As you were saying that, the walls start like dripping down and edging from an enclosed room to an open field, and it looks incredibly familiar to you, Cornelius, as you see your own family farm spreading ahead of you.
Oh, well, that's nice. I haven't been here in a while.
Oh, is this your place?
Is this where you're
Yes,
lying about the
this is
buff
home.
mice?
No, they're not. Is it like too detailed? Could I go
Yeah,
find
so you
the
think
home of the lumberjack?
yeah, so it is as the like farm is spreading out before you, you can see that the town is a little in the distance. It looks incredibly like one to one. It feels exactly as you remember.
I'll take you over to their house. Come on, follow me.
Okay.
So
I'm
he
sorry
follows
that I'm
behind you.
distracted.
No. So you see he's following behind you. Salem, you have a bowl of like spaghetti for some reason.
Yeah, for
That
some
was
reason. Yeah.
the wild part of your dream is you saw like a massive, just like slithering
I just
like
had to clean it.
pile of spaghetti
I mean, cook
crawl
it.
into a bowl.
Yep. That was my part of my dream.
But yeah, so David follows after you, Cornelius, and just like has his arms crossed and like you can see he fully does not believe you as he follows you.
All right. I will lead everyone over to the home of the local lumberjack, who is indeed a mouse.
Okay.
Probably very buff. Can chop down trees.
You see that they're so where the lumberjacks you take them over to where they're working and you see two like really buff mice like two really like buff mice like two women who are standing there. They're like
Of course, they're women. Thank you.
listen, buff women is all I know.
Okay.
And they're chopping down one of the trees together. They like have those like those saws where it's two people holding it,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and they are both on each side. They're just like pulling it through and like cutting through a very thick redwood tree.
Liz, you're missing buff women.
Liz said, "How dare you?" in the chat. Yeah, this is for you. Listen, I know you can't be here, but here, buff mice women.
Yeah, so these are the local lumberjacks. They're
One
both.
of them says, "Oh, hey there."
Oh hey
Oh,
there.
hey there.
Hello.
Oh hey there.
I had a friend who didn't believe you were real, so
Now who would think that we're not real? Who's that? Is these your little friends here? Also, why aren't you at school?
it's complicated.
Your dreams are interactive?
They didn't. I thought they sent you off to school. Well, you did say you finished that apprenticeship up. That's fine. Are these your little friends here?
Yep, these are my friends. And this is the one who did not believe that you were real, that there could be mice that chop down trees.
David sort of looks and goes, "This has to be like a dream thing, right? Like this isn't real."
I mean,
How do you think we build
What
our
was-
houses and stuff?
You get like bigger, stronger people to build it for you.
No bigger, stronger people live in our village. We're all mice.
You're all that's so tiny. But you see, he like kneels down and goes, "Okay, that's." He like puts his hand out, realizing it's a little too big, and like puts out like a couple of fingers to do a handshake. And you see, so these two women are Jane and Amelia Baker. Oh no, Jane and Amelia Wood, because they're lumberjacks.
Yes.
Wood. They're pretty chill.
Definitely.
They run the sort of like lumberjack and carpenters guild in the area. So for people who like need to do wood and wood crafting, you always go to them. And they are usually the main people to do like house, at least the blueprints for your home. And one of them goes, "It's nice to meet you, young man. Now, do you not think that large or strong mice people can exist? Do you think that's, well, we're all just tiny little mice that scurry in the grass?" He goes, "No, no, ma'am, that's not what I meant. I just meant like you're tiny, so I don't know if you can like be, as like strong as if you were bigger or whatever. I didn't mean it like that." He goes, "Well, it's a crying shame, because we just about taking that tree out. And if you're, a big, strong boy, you could help us carry that, can't you? Mind you, so they have been cutting down over time a redwood tree, which I don't know if you know are how big are they? Are well over like 30 feet in diameter.
Yeah, they're
They're
huge.
huge, and they have just been
Fucking huge.
together cutting one down. And he goes, okay, I could do that. I could carry that tree. I'm strong. And as they keep cutting it down, oh, if you're saying something, you're muted.
I said, please, please do.
He goes, yeah, I could. And you see he kind of walks over. Is it like, okay? They've pulled like the final twine and like, hey, out of the way, timber. As the tree like sort of topples over into the forest, they go, all right. Now you gonna help us carry this? Cause usually it's just me and my wife here, but we've got this big strong man. David goes, yeah, yeah, I'm like totally strong or whatever. And he's like, and rips the other sleeve of his uniform off. And he goes, okay, now I can move. And he like gets to one end and he like tries to pick it up. And you can see he does like an inch off the ground, which is pretty impressive. He's like, okay, oh, that's actually a
You're
lot of
going to
tree.
give yourself,
I didn't realize you guys don't like cut it up or anything, and then bring it. And he goes, oh no, dear, we just bring it on over to the mill for processing. You see one of the mice grabs one end and the other has started already walking towards the other. You just hear, I got this side, honey. And you just see with the two mice, they both pick up each side and are just carrying it. They're a little small. It doesn't move super high off the ground just because of how small they are. But for two mouse folk the same size, I mean, maybe a little bit taller than Cornelius, they've picked up an entire redwood tree just between the two of them.
That. Whoa.
Yeah, they're very cool. And they help the whole village by doing this. So they use their strength to help others.
Wow.
That's okay. So if it's not a dream, then it's then they're like magic or whatever. They're not like regular strong. It's just magic.
No, I'm the only person who knows magic in my village.
Oh, okay. So they're just like that?
Yeah, they're just really, really cool.
Huh. Okay. That's they're very strong, ladies.
That's really, really cool.
I'm not even that strong. Um how do you
and that is how you can prove that, they're helpful and they're clearly not poor. They're able to take care of an entire village on their own.
yeah, that's like cool or whatever. And like strong or something.
And that's what you want to do, right? You said you want to be a good uncle. So you want to take care of people and be strong for them, right?
Yeah, I wanna, like do strong stuff.
Do you think it'd be cool if what happens if one of them's a nerd?
I'm not gonna be a nerd.
I mean, do you really think it is a parent's fault if someone's a nerd?
Yeah. If you have nerd parents, you're a nerd.
Okay, but your uncle is a nerd, as you've called them, and yet your
Yeah.
father
Yeah,
is
because he's cool.
okay.
And like sometimes people are just weird and like outliers or whatever.
If your uncle had hit your father in retaliation, what would have happened?
Oh, they had gotten in like a whole fight.
Uh-huh. And if they had won,
Yet my uncle,
yes.
then he wouldn't be a nerd.
And it would your father then be a nerd because they lost?
Well, no, you gotta lose like a lot of fights to be a nerd. Plus, he won a lot of fights like later, so he's cool.
Okay.
I haven't been in any fights, so technically I've never lost any fights. So
Yeah.
But you've never been in one, so that also you gotta like
I mean,
have some.
that might not be a symbol of being a nerd. That might be a good symbol of being a pacifist. That you just never really get into fights.
I have a feeling they're gonna think being a pacifist is being a nerd.
It's being a nerd. Also,
Yeah,
even if you're pacifist, you gotta like fight. Sometimes you gotta fight people. You gotta like do it. You don't have a choice. You just gotta like fight people because they're gonna fight you. Then what?
Yeah.
You're just gonna let them like punch you? Not fight. See, so this, but I will at least. Okay, so mice can be strong. You're just not strong then. So you choose to not be like those strong ladies.
Correct. I'm going to be strong in other ways for my village and help find, fill different jobs that haven't been filled.
Oh yeah, like what? Like magic to make it sparkly or whatever.
You do realize that they could probably conjure an entire ball of fire that burns down a city, right?
Yeah, but they're not gonna.
Okay. I'm just so you're going to talk to someone who has the ability to do this as though okay, I understand your
My
thinking.
listen, okay, I got another sibling, Elwin. They know a lot of magic, and they don't even use it. They just like juggle stuff and make flowers come out of their sleeves. People with magic don't do anything. They just have it and go, "Oh, I'm super cool, but I didn't have to learn anything. I just have the magic in me."
Oh,
Eh.
then you must be talking about a sorcerer.
A what? A
There's a
magic user?
difference between well, some magic people have to learn it and other people. How do you attend a magic school and not realize that some people learn and other people are born with it?
Everyone has magic. You just like the classes are for learning
You're such a nerd if you don't know
control.
that.
Oh.
I'm not. I'm not a nerd because I don't know nerd things. I don't know how nerd magic works. It's for nerds.
I was born with a tiny, tiny bit of magic,
See,
but everything I learned, I had to study for.
I don't. Well, Elwin was born with magic. They just had it when they were a baby. They kept making my teddy
Do
bear
you want to
turn
have
it.
magic?
No, magic's for boring people, and it's bad.
So if you used magic, if you had it, let's just say you had some magic, you would use it all the time?
No, because then I wouldn't be able to take General Weimer's class if I had magic.
They wanted me in their class, I think. I
Well,
think
yeah, because you punch really good.
that's fair.
You like. I saw you. You were like beating up that dummy, and it was like ripped to shreds.
That is also true. Yeah,
So,
I'm not going to be a good example here because I'm actually kind of cool in their eyes.
see, so yeah, you didn't use any magic. You just punched something super hard and ripped it apart because you were angry, and you used that to be strong.
Yeah, I'm going to be a terrible example. Yeah, it's going to have to be one of you.
Is there any is there anything here to confirm 100% that this is not real where we are? This is a fabrication of.
Um, kind of. So like the edges of the horizon are not. So even though it's the middle of the day, you can still see that like sort of orangey purple haze at the edge of the horizon, as if there's a bit of magic further down. Like there might be a render distance on how far the magic will create the city before it's like I'm not gonna keep going.
Gotcha. And do I have like an arcane sense that if I
They didn't
say,
develop this. They didn't develop this area here. This area wasn't done.
yeah, there's an invisible wall
Invisible
there.
walls.
Invisible wall.
But I have the sense that if I decided to just burn this forest down, it wouldn't actually burn my home forest down, right?
Yes. You also yes. You can go ahead and make an Arcana check, or you do have 3 uses of your glasses.
Oh,
don't know if-
yeah.
I don't know if I
Did
put that
get-
in your inventory yet.
I don't think I did. No, I don't have it in my inventory yet, I don't think. But that's
Whoops.
okay. I will. Oh, I have it in my inventory. Oh, yeah. It's in. I just have to click on it. Detect magic. Okay. I'll use the glasses to detect magic and make sure this is some kind of conjured illusion.
Yeah. So you toggle your monocle, and you can see around you it is all illusion and enchantment magic. You can see that it's not physically real. The only thing that seems real is right underneath you is a sense of conjuration. So you think like the floor might be conjured as solid and the rest of it is an illusion.
But do you think it would cast fire if I burned it? I mean, I guess it's it's kind of affected by my
Yeah.
thoughts, right?
You think it's affected
So-
by your thoughts. So the moment you think of it being on fire, you think you see a small fire beginning in the center of the forest. Only you notice that, as it is currently not spread until you think of it spreading or
Okay.
stopping.
I'll make a big show of casting. How do you even say this? Aganazar's Scorcher. But I won't actually cast it, so I won't actually use the spell slot. But I'll cast it in the dream to just light the whole forest on fire. You know.
So yeah, you feel the magic like sort of spill out of you, but you don't feel as if you lost the spell slot because you're in a dream world. And yeah, as you cast it, it shoots right into the forest and immediately starts blazing.
Yes, so I am strong. I just choose not to do things bad with it, which I think is strength in itself.
What, are you burning down those like cool ladies' forest?
It's not real.
The magic is real, but the forest isn't real. Right there, that one. We're in an illusion world. We're not at your uncle getting beaten up.
You He goes, right, yeah, I forgot. For a moment, yeah. But Cornelius, you feel a hand pat your shoulder and just a whisper in your ear go, good job. It sounds remarkably like Professor Moriarty.
I will not mention that to anybody.
But yeah, so, yep.
Yep.
So the forest is on fire, mind you. It is now blazing. It has spread because it's magical. It spread very quickly and has started to engulf each of the trees. It has not reached you just yet, purely for like magical purposes. It seems to stop right at the threshold of the forest. So you are standing right next to a burning blaze of redwoods.
Maybe Eugene, maybe you should dream.
Yeah, maybe it's your turn to dream.
I don't like my dreams. I don't really understand them. So we just go back now. We're done. We're all done. We're all done. It's good.
As you think of your dreams that you don't understand, Eugene, the fire starts to like melt away again, and you're back in that sort of hazy pink and purple area.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I want to go home.
Before your own dreams pop in. You've never really understood what's going on with your dreams, if you're being 100% honest. It's kind of confusing. Pontius told you that dreams are very important to people like you, warlocks, and how you access your magic or speak with your patron. You have never once in your life understood what's happening in here. So yeah, it fades away from that very bright and like cheerful village and sweet like purple sweeping farms with a burning forest next to it, and you are all for a brief moment in complete and utter blackness. You can see each other, but you can't see past it.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't have dreams. Let's just go.
Oh,
I
but
know.
you do.
I'm gonna keep your hand and hello, voice.
Don't you remember our lovely conversations?
Oh, wonderful. All right, let's see where this is going.
How did you get here? You're not asleep. Oh, my dear, you're awake right now. Did you come to see me?
I don't know. There's a project with dreams, and I don't know.
Oh, you poor sweet thing. And just out of the darkness, a massive hand that's like larger than each of you pours out and seems to like reach for Eugene. It doesn't touch you yet. It just holds out towards you as if to step on. It goes, oh.
Like the step on?
To step on. So like imagine you are tiny and this hand is larger. It's a platform to stand on. The hand.
I just step right up. I don't wait for anyone else. I just step right up. I'm just hoping that it just happens with just me and they don't have to see any of this.
Are we supposed to go too?
I'm going up too.
Are you going to leave
100%.
your friends behind? I thought you brought your friends to speak with me.
No. It really wasn't a voluntary thing. If you just wanted to talk to me and then we'll be done with it, that's cool.
No, I always want to know your friends. Know who's near and dear to my sweet. And the hand stays there for each of you to step on.
I was already up.
Yep.
Moment. Yeah.
Cornelius, are you also?
I'm only going to go up if Eugene wants us to.
I just kind of give a little I give up shrug.
All right, then I'll go.
Mm-hmm. David has also immediately hopped up on. You just went, oh, I have to see what's going on here. Is this what nerd magic is like? Okay, this part's creepy. I'll give you that. And the hand sort of like pulls you further into the darkness as you just hear whispers.
sit down, just crisscross applesauce in the hand, like I would assume I usually do.
Oh, my sweet. Yes, please relax. You and your friends will be here shortly. And so you can't see the arm actually, you just see like the hand and then a bit of the wrist disappear into darkness, but you are moving far more than like the length of someone's arm. He goes, won't you introduce me to your friends? Shouldn't I know their names?
I don't do you always ask Pontius these kind of things?
Oh, Pontius gives these for free. He does not. I never need to ask him.
To be fair, he's also kind of an idiot.
Oh, how rude to speak of your brother in that way.
I'm sorry.
He cares deeply for you, and I have
I
shared
know.
his magic with you.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy these gifts?
Yeah. Is Thursday with me?
Thursday is, yeah, actively in your lap, meowing. She's doing the
Yeah,
little
I'm
like
just like,
headbutt to your stomach thing cats do, which is like, I feel better. She's making biscuits in your lap.
yeah, that's instantly really calming. Just helps out a lot. And I'm just like, okay, you guys can introduce yourselves. It's a lot better if you do it than me.
I am not gonna give a person like this my real name. I am. Okay, we watched Anchorman recently. I am Veronica Corningstone.
Huh. Is that your name, little bunny? Veronica?
Definitely. That is for sure 100% my name. You possibly fake creature, you.
Oh, how sweet. You think I'm Faye. So kind. Are your other
Uh,
friends as kind?
I'm Cornelius Cobbler, and I'll shake a finger.
Don't, they're gonna
What?
steal your name!
Huh?
Oh, oh, I would never, little rabbit. I would never take your name. You have no use to me, at least not in the way that Eugene and Pontius do. Would you like to share your name for service? If so, I will take it, but I would not take it without you offering.
At least a patron that wishes for consent. Oh, mine.
And you seem so angry. What is your name? Well, I'm like David or whatever. What's your name? I'm David. I want to know your name because I think you're just a hand.
I think
And
you're just a hand.
I've never really talked to like a hand before. So, you see the voice goes, oh, you sweet thing. You remind me so much of Pontius. So simple as he is. If you wish to know my name, I will share it. I am Zion. Now, Eugene, why did you bring your friends to me? Did you miss me?
It wasn't quite like I said. It's not a voluntary thing. We're in a class and we're supposed to be talking about our dreams, and we've been to actual dreams in the past, and I don't know why we're here for me.
Because you dream of me. Don't
I,
you
I
remember?
have I have other dreams, I think.
But I'm always there for you when you dream. And you see the thumb kind of moves to give you like a little head pat. Goes, you are so small and so sweet.
Huh. Yeah, it's great. Um, I, why here? Why didn't I just get like one of those weird dreams about like the times that like I get like dropped in the ocean and stuff.
Oh, but those are my dreams, my dear. I give them to you. This is what you dream. The others are my gifts to you.
Oh,
So
wait. You dream about being dropped in an ocean?
you dropped me in the ocean?
Only if you ask me to.
I don't think I've ever asked for anything like being dropped in the ocean.
Do you not remember? Your dreams are always so silent. You ask for adventure. And you see other hands start popping up in the darkness, each with different yous in like pajamas at different stages in your life of dreaming. Of when you were asleep, going, "Can I go on a boat? I've never been in the ocean before." And then another dream of like, "What's So what's the fields like in I forget the name of the area. So what? I've never been to like a heavenly field. What's that like?" And you see different hands. They all start to like disappear into different dreams. But they are all dreams you vaguely remember having. In the same way, it's hard to remember dreams from years ago. But these are all dreams you've had before. But it seems like they start here in this darkness with you asking to go somewhere.
That's... Huh?
Yes, I give you what you ask for. You ask for a dream, and I do my best to share that experience with you.
Has it always been like that?
For as long as you've known me, I don't know what you dreamt before we met. But I believe our time is over now. You should wake up.
Can, can we? Can I see you tonight and talk more about these dreams?
Of course. You only need to ask. And the hand dissolves underneath you, and you all are back in that hazy pink and purple area.
Fuck.
Huh. Well, I don't know what he thinks, but that seemed pretty cool to me.
Okay, that part. Okay, if that part's cool. Okay, that's not nerd magic. That's just scary magic. Oh, that is that how you like always dream stuff?
I don't know.
That's super creepy. I'm gonna be honest. It's like a real weird thing you've got going on.
Do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do you want the book spell?
Please.
Okay, I'll smack the
Willingly fail.
calm emotions.
Yeah,
off
you feel
Jade.
that calmness pass over you again as you just that like weird sensation of everything about that area felt familiar as if you had been there constantly, which
I
confused
feel
you more as a new place.
I feel like I should know that place, shouldn't I? If I get all those dreams.
Well, dreams are kind of weird. They're hard to remember sometimes.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
remember most of my dreams. I kind of don't dream. I just kind of have darkness in there, but it's not like that. It's never that weird stuff.
important question of note, actually. Um, in those dreams with the past forms of myself, were they all the young satyr forms of myself, or were they other forms of me?
Um,
Like my other changeling forms? Bless you. Wow, that's a strong one.
it was a strong. So I was like, sorry, it headphone fell off and everything. Sorry. Ooh, that hurt. That
Oh,
depends. How do you how do you usually sleep? Do you sleep which form do you sleep in? And do you think over the course of your entire childhood you stuck to one form?
oh God, no, I didn't stick to one form. So like there were a bunch of versions of me, probably.
There were a lot of different people there. A lot of you recognize every version of you because you know.
Yeah.
But for the rest of you, there were a lot of different people there, despite them saying it was for Eugene. There's the version you see now, the satyr form. There was also the true face they showed you, some versions of that, a couple versions of their human form. And I'm assuming you also had other, just like experimented with other
Oh
forms.
yeah. Oh, always.
So yeah, there were a lot of just different people in that dream.
So being the one person there who knew the truth, I could probably
Yeah.
discern that that was all. Okay.
Cornelius, you probably guessed immediately. You're muted, Salem.
Yep.
So I'm seeing a lot of people around us?
No, so
No,
you
the dream when they were seeing the different versions of me in the being's hand, it was my different changeling forms throughout like my life.
But did I see any of this? Is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay.
So you saw all those versions, but you don't know that Eugene is a changeling.
Mm-hmm.
Nor does David.
David's very confused. He's like, yeah, that's a weird dream. I think they just like kidnapping people and dropping them places in their sleep.
Yeah.
So, and the teacher didn't really say how to get back, did they?
No.
I think they might have said it later. I kind of just ran in.
I would like to be back now.
Can we wake up?
Yes, we're done.
You see. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'll wait until after what you were gonna say.
I was just gonna say, so that mist starts swirling around each of your feet, and it slowly moves from like your feet to your ankles and starts rising up above you to cover each of you individually.
I was gonna cast an Eldritch Blast, like a little missile up in the air, like those flare guns.
Go ahead and cast it. Are you aiming at one of the? Because you can also see brief, like a second. You can see other people's dreams passing by you.
No, just up in the air like a flare gun. Like we're done.
So yeah, go ahead and cast it. Roll that damage. It's gonna hit automatically.
Oh no. Oy. That was 12.
12 force, I believe.
I believe it is force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you see that it immediately slams like right into the roof of the area. You're not sure exactly how. It's a little hard to get a sense of like perception on where things are. So the roof seems at the same point maybe like 2 to 3 feet away, and at the same point hundreds of feet away. And after a moment, it slams right into the ceiling, and the entire dreams ripple. Like it creates a rippling effect on not just your area, but it seems like everyone else's dreams. And you see a couple of people look around in confusion up at the ceiling. And then that mist immediately covers
Exciting.
all of you. And you're standing outside in the botany class.
Wasn't me.
Oh. So, is the teacher here?
Yeah, so Professor was at, you see, off to the corner, Professor is consoling what looks like 2 students who are fully sobbing, just like holding each other and crying. And he goes, "It's
Did
okay."
you make sure that patrons from people's, things could be kept out of these things?
Did I what? What are you talking about?
Things invading it. Could other outside sources get in?
Nothing that, I mean, no, nothing that's not already inside of you is gonna get in there.
Well, you should put more protections on it. That's all I'm saying.
For what? Were you injured? Did you have, oh, hang on. You 2 are going to be fine, okay? Now just talk it out. You both saw something amazing. Just talk to each other about it. It's fine, okay? And you see, he sets those 2 aside.
Did they just find out they were gay? I don't.
There is 2 teenagers. You don't know what their dreams were. It seems like that is the 2 teens who you saw look very upset about not getting the dreams they wanted. They were the first to go in and the first to leave.
All right.
And he turns to you and goes, "Right, okay. What happened in there? Did anyone get hurt? Anyone get injured? Something like that? Emotionally ripped apart because of like, I don't know, a giant ant ate your heart out? Someone did that. I don't know how that happened."
I just Cornelius. Cornelius.
You need the book? Yeah, here you go.
Boom.
All right. So I think that specifically for the magic users that are born with it, maybe you should add a little more protections that things from the outside can't get in.
Nothing outside can get in. Whatever's inside.
Well, then something was brought inside.
Did any of you bring something inside of it?
Not intentionally.
But you brought something in that was already part of you. I'm not going to push out magic that's inside of you. That's dangerous.
Or you could hear me out. Not do this at all.
I am a little curious what this had to do with botany.
You all learned valuable lessons about plants, didn't you? Aren't your wildest dreams not about forests?
Oh, well, there was a forest in my dream.
There was one on fire.
Yeah, plants. What? Why was it? Do you dream about forests being on fire?
That was an educational thing.
Ah, okay. So the education of forest fires and how
You
they're
do realize
necessary
that
for
we're not
growth.
seeing your dreams and that people dream about things that aren't plants.
Who's dreaming about not plants?
Probably 99% yes.
You are the most competent person I've ever met.
I thank you. Uh, well, you should dream more about plants then. Plants are great. Forests are amazing. It's why aren't you dreaming? I thought everyone dreamed about plants.
No!
Oh, well then
Some
what did you
people
see
have
in there?
nightmares. Do you not know what nightmares are?
Oh, I've had nightmares before. They're usually
What are
about.
they to you?
That weren't about plants.
Oh, no, I've never had one that's not about
You just
plants.
said that one of your students dreamed about an ant ripping their heart out.
Yes, but that was in grass. They were in a. Apparently, they got scared when they shrunk down and saw an ant.
Your experiments are neat and cool, but you need a little more protections.
Ah, no one was truly injured. You can't actually be physically hurt in dreams. Not in not in this one at least. In your own dreams, I can't solve you.
You can be
Have
scarred.
you considered emotional damage?
I
From a
um
plant?
to be honest, I don't
I'm
know
gonna
that.
stir my spaghetti.
Uh, yeah, I don't know how much emotions this teacher understands.
I don't think any.
I'm pretty well versed on how you humans have emotions. It's
Do,
you're
do
happy
you
and
know
sad and
how people feel when they're not around plants?
sad usually, right?
I'm fine when I'm not around plants.
Are you sure?
I'm
It's it's
happier.
uh it's really a case by case thing. Depends on the person. But that's kind of besides the point.
I thought everyone would have lovely dreams about, plants and they could explore the wildest versions of plants they could have. But it seems like people don't dream about plants here, which is weird
Oh,
for me.
Not to the capacity you do.
I'll have to rework my lesson plan. Well, luckily you're the first class of the morning. The rest of the classes will, I guess, read from their textbooks.
can we go now?
Oh, sure. Oh, I should get homework, shouldn't I?
No,
No,
I'm
it's okay.
scared your
We have
homework might make it worse.
For
we have a tournament.
homework. Oh, right, you have a tournament. All right, you're off the hook now. And as he says that, you realize you've never once had homework for this class. It has purely been insanity during the class, and then he's like, "All right, you're free to go." He goes, "Oh well, you still have about a couple of minutes before class ends, and you get to magical theory. Oh, you know what you could do? Your dreams must have been about magic. You could explain that to Professor Moriarty."
Oh,
Yeah.
is
We
that an official assignment?
No. Yeah. No.
You make me uncomfortable. Let's go.
Oh, I'm
Is it,
sorry.
sir? Is it official?
No.
I
I don't want to
don't
grade your
think
work.
I don't think one teacher can assign you homework that involves another teacher.
Not really, yeah. I don't want to grade it either, and Moriarty will kill me if I give you homework for his class. So run along, have fun. I don't want to do grading, it's boring. A's for everyone!
Thank you.
Yay!
Uh, enjoy your plant dreams.
Yes, I will have to change the lesson to doesn't. And you see, just muttering to himself, like, who's not dreaming about plants?
Is David still here?
David is like was hiding behind you, like like doing that thing where you stand behind someone and like looking away.
I'm gonna pull him aside and go, okay, that guy was a nerd.
How much of that is nerd and how much of that is okay? There's one thing I know. There's difference between nerd and weirdo, and
Okay,
he's
that
a
one's
weirdo.
All right, yeah, that one. All right.
I think weirdo's a little harsh. I think they just have different priorities and
He could have
Irresponsible,
killed us.
inane,
None of you would have
erratic,
been.
irresponsible.
yeah,
Did I
you're
say
irresponsible.
I said
Eugene,
irresponsible.
I am sorry that there seems to be some kind of darkness living inside of you that is the giant hand from Smash Brothers.
It's called anxiety. I thought that was something that everyone dealt with.
No.
I thought they introduced themselves as Scion, though.
Anxiety.
Oh, okay, it's a nickname.
Okay. I get that. All right.
I thought that was it.
Eugene, can you make a save
Can you
for
make a
me? Can you make a save for me? A charisma save,
Okay.
please.
Charisma save. Great. Great.
What did you roll?
What do you think I
It's
rolled?
a nat one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So as you were talking about this, and Salem brings up that there's a pit of darkness inside of you that's probably anxiety. You feel like just you feel two things happen in quick succession. One, your band that you share with your brother heats up. It's never done that before. You just feel it like warm on your skin. And then there it feels as if something is clenching your insides, as if a hand is holding on to you internally.
Uh, 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 where would Pontius be at this hour?
He would probably be oh, he's a TA. What class? Let me look at the class schedule. But he would probably be at the helping with the magical combat class.
I am dashing over there. Not even another word. Just
Oh,
Just full on sprinting.
your nerd friend is running. Is that a thing they do?
I have to go and make sure that they don't get themselves killed.
All right.
Shall we go to magical theory class?
Oh, I don't want to. Okay, I'd rather chase the nerd down than go to magical theory.
I guess we left early, so I don't run very fast. I'll try.
May I take
And you see, he's like, cool. I don't have to do it.
Yep, that's fine. You can.
All right. Where do you prefer? Shoulder, head?
Shoulder's fine.
All right. I will.
I don't want to bother your ears.
Shoulder. And I'll start heading off after.
Alrighty. So yeah, you guys are running. And as you are running, that is where we're going to take our break.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
So as you book it to that class, we're going to take our break here. We'll be back in 12 minutes. Is that good?
Can I have more? I want food.
Yeah.
15?
17?
17, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So 25 passed.
Yeah, so we'll see you
Awesome.
25 after.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
See you then. See you 25 after.
appeared.
Look who's here!
It's all Liz.
Hi.
It is, and I'm looking down at you. Hi.
Hey.
You have appeared. Alrighty, so with our new part, for me in a different view, you're right here, but on the stream, you're here. It's very confusing for me mentally. Anywho, where last we left the party, Eugene had they had just finished up their botany class, or which did not feel very botany themed, as they went through a couple of dreams, some more uncomfortably tragic dreams with David, or monetary dreams of Salem, or comfortable and cozy and very warm dreams with Cornelius, perhaps fiery warm,
Perhaps.
and having a very uncomfortable and blank situation with Eugene. The party ended their class and are now on their way towards the fighting course grounds, as Eugene is sprinting that way looking for Pontius, and the rest of the party is following close behind. So yeah, we will roll right back in with you, Eugene.
Where are you going? Why are you running? I'm here.
Pun,
I'm just
pun,
eating.
Pun.
Alrighty, so you're running.
Searching everywhere.
So yeah, you run in and you like breeze past the immediate where a couple people are like literally sitting in chairs learning about like objectively the art of war, where they're just like going through textbooks and reading about like what is the actual battle strategy. You like rush past that class because you know Pontius would be out in the he should be out in the field during this area, but you don't as you break through, you don't see a class out there. In fact, you only see two people. General Weimer and Willrat.
Where? Where?
Willrat, you see General Weimer. He like holds up a hand to you and says, "Stop," and turns to look at the people who have just entered.
What are they doing here?
Have your companions come to find you?
Doubt it. They're not really my companions.
Yeah, we don't even know that person's name. We're actually looking for Pontius, I think it's right.
Pontius?
Your sibling? They would have been my TA for the day, but classes are cancelled, as you can see.
Where would he be?
Did you check the classroom you just ran through? He might be
I'm gonna
TA
run
for
to
there.
that classroom
He goes,
without even answering.
None of you make sense, you magic users.
Yes, sir.
Are we pretending like we don't?
I will very quickly message Salem. They got in trouble for associating with us by this teacher. So.
Oh, okay. Fuck you, person. And then I'll walk away.
Hey, fuck you too.
No, that kind of zeal would be well appreciated in combat courses. Young lady, do you plan on joining them? They're looking directly at you, Salem.
I have to go save my friend who's having an anxiety attack. I will talk to you later, possibly. And then I'm going to rush off after them.
Alrighty, yes.
I'm going to wave goodbye from Salem's shoulder.
Alrighty, so yeah, you guys rush out. David goes, we have a group project, and I had to, I can't really explain while I'm here. I'm gonna get attention, aren't I? And just General Hammer goes,
it was Professor Wizette, if that helps.
General Hammer goes, of course, that bug. Sure, Willow, you'll be running laps later today. And David just goes, oh, come on. Fine.
I thought you liked laps. They make you feel cool, right?
Well, when I choose to do them, yeah.
It's a matter of perspective. Got it.
And you see he just kind of follows after. He's doing that like sulky teenage thing where like not once has he actually lifted his foot off the ground. He's just kind of shuffling. He's just like,
Sir, should I make sure they don't disturb? classes
Yes,
going on.
Dr. Shaw will be upset if her battle tactics classes are disturbed. Go. And remember what we've been training on.
Yes, sir. Also, I think I missed my first class.
What did you have first period?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't pay attention.
Ah, good. It probably was something magical or whatever. Probably in their weird botany class.
I would
What
assume.
was that?
Am I going to get in trouble for missing it?
No, I'll write you a note.
All right, thank you, sir. I'll go make sure that they don't interrupt the real classes going on.
I'm sorry, the tail is so aggressive.
He's very aggressive.
Just swing it side to side. But yeah. So Eugene, you run. So you ran past, and as you like run to the door, you see Pontias is already at the door. Like, did you just run through? What are you doing? Did you have class right now?
I just hold up the band.
And he goes, yeah. What about it?
Hot, hot, hot. Stomach hurt.
Did you eat like a hot pepper?
I don't know how to explain it. And I just like put it up to his cheek so you can feel it.
He's like, yeah,
Like, and
okay.
then it got warm.
Don't put metal. It's so cold. Jesus.
Warm. It's not.
And you see as he puts it to his face, he's like, yeah, it's. I mean, it's like skin warm because you wear it. But when you're feeling it, it does not feel. It feels hot. He's like, yeah, I don't. Look. He holds up his own band. He's like, yeah, normal.
It's hot.
And he's like, here, touch this. And you touch his band. Or actually, he holds it out to you. He's like, touch this. This is how it feels. It feels skin warm.
No. Hot, 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 hot.
Perhaps you wouldn't mind stepping out of the classroom and
Right,
not talking about this in front of all the
That-
other students.
That would be very much appreciated. TA, assistant, please. Right. Sorry, Dr. Shore.
Sorry.
Well, everybody out of the classroom. And he sort of like shoves you. He's like, go.
I'm going.
He's like, okay, why did you interrupt my class?
It's hot, and then everything is just.
Okay, what's happening with you?
Does the name Scion mean anything to you?
Zaya? That's our.
Yeah.
Do they know about the?
We were invited
we were in
onto a
class.
hand.
We were in our class, and the teacher was like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna talk about our dreams and everything, and we're gonna just go into our dreams and talk about everything." And then all of a sudden, like everyone was like doing their dreams, and it was all okay. And I was like, "Okay, we're done. We don't have to go into my dream because you know how our dreams are." And then that happened, and then she was there. They were there, and then the hand. Everyone had to climb on, and then they were talking about me, and then they showed like all the times that I apparently was asking about dreams and stuff.
Okay. So it seems like maybe you're a little freaked out because this is the first time you're meeting them that you remember. It's totally a normal thing.
How many times has that happened before?
To you, I don't really know how many times that's ever. I don't know what you dream. Not usually a part of that.
Okay.
I can say that's a little new. I have only met them once. Especially not in my dreams. It was kind of awake the whole time, but
I feel like that's something really bad then.
or really good because you're getting that magic. Remember the whole thing is like you get magic and you make a new friend.
Does the magic include this getting really really hot and then everything in your insides feeling like it's gonna like shrink into a giant a tiny cube and then it'll just kind of.
Not to be rude, but isn't that always how your insides feel?
Yeah, but like this one feels like more like an actual thing instead of just like my entire brain just going, hey, they're just take everything and just squish it up.
Okay. No, that doesn't usually happen, but that might just be because you're stressed out because you met them for the first time, but you were asleep. And it's okay to be stressed out. Zion's super chill. They always give me like cool magic. I talked to them the one time and they were like, hey, you're real sweet. do you want to learn how to do, you know? And he just sort of shoots an
Well,
eldritch blast up.
while we're having this conversation, oh,
Yeah,
can
see?
you do you have a hall pass?
Do you. Oh, right, yeah. And he's like, how many? One, two, three, four, five. Five, yeah, there's five of you.
Cool. Good. Thank you.
One for you.
Anyways, continue
One for
telling this
you.
clearly horrifying story.
What? It's not horrifying. They're super chill. Like I met them. So I got lost in a forest and I needed to get out and it was super scary and I was supposed to go get Eugene and you were like also lost and it was cool. We were just like wandering around. And then someone was like, "Hey, do you want help getting out of there and like you can protect people and whatever?" And like you can also do this cool like whoosh. And I was like, "Totally." And then they gave me a bunch of cool magic, and I guess I like it felt a little bad because you were also really sad because you seemed really scared that you were like lost and stuff, and you said you were hearing like voices or whatever, and then they gave you a bunch of like cool magic too, so they're super chill.
They didn't ask for anything from you in return.
Um, they asked that I be faithful and loyal, and I've been doing that. I didn't get any other magic from anyone else, so I'm doing pretty good.
Was anything asked of me if in the case that I don't like remember any of this like happening?
Well, they asked it in my brain, so I don't know what they asked you in your brain.
Do I remember being asked anything in my brain?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
Great. Intelligence. 15.
You remember less questions and more, as Pontius had put it, whispers. So you both had gotten like lost in the forest. You were doing Pontius wanted to show you something really cool he found a few days ago, a really cool plant. He didn't remember where it was. So you kind of just wandered around in the forest and were a little bit lost, and you got rightfully so freaked out because it was starting to get late and dark, and you wanted to go home, and he wasn't exactly sure how to get home. But he was like, yeah, it's gonna be fine, and we're gonna wander. And then you started hearing whispers in the forest. The sound of just, you couldn't make out the words, but as if something was trying to talk to you in the forest. You remember Pontius never heard that, but you did hear somebody whispering to you. And then you said, he said he heard something in his mind asking him to be loyal, and you remember hearing screeching.
Great.
And then you guys, you passed out. You don't remember exactly what happened, but you passed out, and you remember waking up outside of the forest.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Yeah. Okay.
So you don't remember exactly what was asked of you. You just remember
I
something.
didn't. I didn't get talking.
See, yeah, it was like see, you just got like a gift, like like on your birthday when I got you that like cool little like finger trap thing. That's like it's impossible to get out of those.
You just have to you just
No,
have to
you
like
get like
push it on
stuck. No, you
one
get full
side and then
stuck.
you let it out. And then
Every time you try and pull, it's just stuck. But like I got you that because it's a gift, and you got like a gift too.
you never really like think about it. You just push it together, and then one slips out, and then you push it.
I don't
That's
think
not what
that's how
this is
that
about.
works. I think that you're just stuck in it forever.
See, yeah, you get it. Like you put your fingers in there and you're just stuck.
But again, when you're using your magic, or like you talk to them, and is there anything with like this that's turning hot?
No, I kind of never does anything really. I just use it
I-
for magic when I have to cast.
my level, please. And I like motion for him to
He goes,
come down
right,
to my
cool,
level.
cool. And he does that like, he doesn't actually do the polite thing of like leaning down and like actually getting to your level. He does it like, I'm gonna widen my legs a little bit and squat, like teacher pose. Where it's,
And I'm just gonna encode thoughts and just slap it on his forehead of the memory of that, like this feeling hot as hell, and then the insides twisting.
I will say, so you take it out and you slap it on his forehead and it drops and falls to the ground. He goes, what? What are you trying to do?
That but
Are you, did you, did you drop something?
I'm gonna try and encode the dream of seeing Zion, and try it again.
It hits his forehead, falls to the ground. He's like, okay, I think you're, okay, you gotta, I think you're missing those. I don't know if that's working.
Uh, the memory of him coming to the gazebo and trying to start up the party with me.
You slap that in, and it goes in. It goes, hey, I remember that. We were. Why didn't you want to hang out? Is that what? Oh, God, I look good.
I just slap him on the side of the
Oh,
head.
hey, okay, but I looked real hot in the like moonlight.
Is that,
I think that's technically abusing a teacher.
Ah, it's cool. I'm not gonna write you up.
he's used to it. But why can't I show you these?
Wait, why are you pleading? Oh no, is he? He goes, oh, well, what are you trying to show me?
The feeling and and the dream.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. I don't know why you can't.
Just gonna pick him up and try again.
So each one disappears after you create a new encode thoughts.
Okay, so I'm gonna try it again.
It just falls to the ground. He's like, I don't know what you're trying. It's not working.
What if Salem can do something like that too, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try
could
putting
try
it onto
it.
Salem's forehead.
Hold on. You didn't want my memory to try to see if my memory of this.
Well, that is what I meant. You
Okay.
to see if you could transfer the memory.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll pull out the memory from me and then put it to them.
It also falls to the ground.
All right, so it's just the thing of the memory. I'm assuming the vision of them or or something along that line. I'm dying because I just talked about them.
Yeah.
Is preventing us from being able to transfer the image. It
Did
looks
you-
like a hand.
Question, Eugene, did you actually pull that memory out of your head and try and put it in Salem's?
No, if we're talking about trying to get Salem to like
Mm-hmm.
do
Okay.
that, then I'm not. I'm gonna rescind that.
Okay. But yeah, so then continue on. I mean, I've never. Yeah, I have a hand. I've never seen one in my dreams or whatever. But I also never saw them. I just kind of heard them talk to me. So you probably have hands.
Giant hand.
There's a big hand.
You think my name is Veronica Corningstone?
Is your name Veronica? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I've been calling you Salem.
No,
Wait,
no,
what
that was
about
a
a
fake
name
I gave them.
change?
Oh,
So
okay. So you
when you
lied.
are dealing with people that you don't know, it isn't always good to give them your name because they can steal those.
What? No, it's totally chill
Oh.
to give them your name. I gave them my name and Eugene's when we were kids.
Oh, I'm good actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, little friend on my shoulder.
Yes.
Do you feel any more powerful?
I don't think so. Do I feel any different than I normally do?
Wait, why would you feel different? Oh, because your name is no, you don't feel any different.
No, I feel the same level of powerful as I did beforehand.
Were you giving them your name with the intention of getting something back, or were you just like letting them know your name?
I was just politely
Actually,
introducing
you did
myself.
because the intention was to get their name back.
No, David asked
David
that.
asked their name.
David asked for their name back.
I was just very politely giving my name because that is what I do.
Do you think someone might know you know what to do or like
Well, you are at a magic academy with
I mean,
teachers who
if you're
teach this stuff.
yeah, if you're like super worried, you can ask Lady Von Stein about like what's your bond supposed to feel like. But I mean, it's super chill. Like you just get cool magic, and like I guess yeah, you got to. There was a hand. Did they give you like a high five?
I sat in there.
Oh, I just thought of something
they're
bad.
giant
No, I was standing in their hand.
Oh, that's chill.
and giant pets.
Did
Yeah,
the
that's
hand
all
give
chill.
you a job to do or anything?
Get out. You just got here. Get out.
God damn it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just asking if this giant hand gave them a job to do while they are here.
Yeah, good.
Perhaps it wrapped around on the idea.
How long until class is done?
Who knows? Who cares? Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Pointed a finger in the right direction.
How long until class is over?
You've got you see he's like looks at the sun. Oh, that didn't. You got 5 minutes to get to your next class.
To get to class?
Yeah. It's not I mean it's right over there, and he points to like a building that you can see.
I know, but I thought that I could talk to Lady Von Stein and then
I will let you know that the building that you have class in they're the same building. So
Okay.
your magical theory class and the class you have with Lady Von Stein is in the same
But then again,
building.
I feel like that conversation's gonna be more than 5 minutes.
True. You've got like you can also just is it like a real emergency thing? Like, is it like an actual emergency? Like that time you got like super scared and were like on the floor crying? Because I can write you a note for that.
I mean, I feel like I
And then
feel
you
like
could go talk to her.
in a second if I don't get any answers. I feel like I might.
All of those noises, I believe, were yes. Please write them a note.
Okay. Here you go. And he sort of hands you. It's like this is.
Just like clutching it.
There you go. It's like a emotional distress note. You can go like deal with that. You can go talk to Lady Von Stein, or if you need to like go to the counselor's office.
I think it might be better to talk to Lady Von Stein about this.
Cool. You
Why
should
am I
probably go
hearing
to class.
Popeye?
Popeye.
Nothing.
He's like, cool. Okay, well, you should talk to her, and then you should probably go to class afterwards because like it's important or whatever. And I gotta go back to my class because I'm supposed to be doing stuff.
And I'm just gonna hug him.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Stop.
He gives you amazing hugs. Like they're such warm. Like he gives the like full brother thing where like he picks you up and is just like holding you, and you are like a little bit off the ground. He's like, there you go. Look, I'm gonna keep squeezing till you feel better. Yeah. You feel good? You're good? You're better? Better than you were.
Well, I'm going to head to class. Start walking towards class.
Go to class. I'll be there soon. If Professor Moore asks about me, I'm there. I'll be there.
All right, yeah. He just lets you
All
go.
right. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Brother
I'm
is
just gonna
big.
go for one more Pontias hug while they're walking away.
He like lets you go, and he's like, "All right, bye." And then you just do like that quick side hug that siblings do, and he's like, "Okay." And then he like wraps his arm around your head and gives you a little noogie.
I kind of like glance down to Thursday, like she knows what to do when that happens.
Mm-hmm. So he's like, "Ha, gotcha." And then he steps a couple away, and you see she bites his heel, like right where the ankle meets the hoof, and he's just like, "Ah, fuck." All right. Thursday. That's mean.
And then I just hold out my arms for Thursday to jump up.
She scampers back over. She's got a little bit of fur. Goes, bloop.
I always get you with that when you try doing that to me.
It's cheating.
I still win. And I'm just gonna walk off.
Alrighty. So you are heading to Lady Von Stein, and the rest of you, are you heading to class or following after?
I went to class.
Yeah, I'm
follow
being
along.
carried, so I'm going to class.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of walk behind them a bit.
Yes. We're gonna do you three and then cut to you, Eugene. So yeah, you three are on your way to class. You have magical theory with Professor Moriarty. A very kind of dense class. So yeah, Wilret, you were walking a little bit behind them.
Just not too far, but a little bit, yeah, in case the general's like watching.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're walking behind them. Salem and Cornelius, you can see that Wilret is walking a little bit behind you, and David is walking next to you.
To me?
No, to Salem and Cornelius.
Oh, walking next to us.
Yeah.
That was an adventure.
Okay, so is that like a normal thing magic people do, where they like see a crazy stuff and then get real sad about it?
It does happen. I believe there are cases
Really?
of people seeing things horrifying within the magic and going crazy. I don't think that's that though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. Are we gonna go crazy because we saw that? Like, is it gonna make me all like, in my head?
Did you expect to get power back when you gave your name to them?
No. I just wanted to know their name. Oh.
You're probably
And
fine.
you should be fine. Though, if you want power, you could probably have asked them for it.
Nah, that seems spooky.
Raise your hand. towards like that tree there and just yell Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Huh. No. Nothing came
All right.
out.
You're
No.
fine.
Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Seeing
Yeah,
this, I'm gonna catch up a little more and be like, what's going on?
We got to see everybody. So they had like a weird dream with like a hand thing. It looked spooky. Did you know magic is weird?
Yes.
I'm gonna point at the same tree and go Eldritch Blast just in case.
Yeah. Go ahead and make it up. No, I'm kidding. Nothing pops out. Were you hoping to get warlock powers out of sharing your name?
God no.
Then nothing pops out. Also, it wouldn't because you didn't give your name. So even if you were trying for it.
I was just making sure.
Is this a class thing I missed? That's how you talk to plants now, or?
No,
well, it really had nothing to do with botany. It was botany class, but yeah.
Yeah.
How much do you know about
I
warlock?
assume nothing came out of Cornelius's hand when they said Eldritch Blast, right?
Nothing came out of anybody.
I don't know a lot about warlocks. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. You just usually, make pacts with really powerful beings, and that's where they get their powers from. So I believe we met perhaps the powerful being that influences Eugene.
That sounds like that could go really wrong really easily.
Oh, yes, I think it does sometimes. This
When
one's
they not coming to class as well, and I'll look back towards where they were.
I think they went to go talk to
They're gonna talk to that spooky lady who's like a skull.
Skull lady.
Oh, have you met? There's a whole. So one of the teachers, she's just like a skeleton. It's weird.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't talked to her, but I've seen her around the halls.
Oh, I've been in her class. Actually, she teaches 2 classes at once and splits herself between 2 pocket realities in the same classroom. It's really cool.
Oh.
What?
I don't think that's the thing my teachers can do.
And that's like a magic thing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Magic's maybe a little weirder than I thought.
Magic's pretty weird.
Yeah, Professor Wizette was being weird again, and he had us go see dreams.
Oh.
He's like, you're gonna see your wildest dreams. And they were like, I showed them the like, don't be a nerd stuff. And then and they pointed to Cornelius, you set a forest on fire. And then you showed me a lot of money. I liked that part.
Listen, I set the forest on fire to show you that that's a thing I can do, but I choose not to do it because I'm cooler than that.
That is pretty rad. And then they had, in the point to where Eugene was, they had like a all black, and there was this hand that like picked everybody up, and it was like, "What's your name?" And it was all like spooky and like, "I've known you your whole life." It was weird and creepy. And I don't want to deal with that. I don't want magic if it's that.
Okay. I have one follow-up question, and don't want this on me. Why are you hanging out with us?
She invited me.
Okay.
I'm. Oh, I think meeting that god has really messed up my throat. They seemed. I'm gonna pull them. Just 1 second. I'm gonna pull them aside. Okay, so I think I can help make them less mean.
Okay.
Because I think they were getting to the point where they might, start wounding small animals. And with our friend here, who is still with me because Cornelius is on my shoulder.
This is true. I've been pulled aside too.
So the 3 of you all stepped away, and David's just like, oh, he like turned his back to you so you could have privacy.
I just want to make sure that he is, less of a douche. And maybe if we befriend him, he'll see that being nice is okay.
Salem likes the fixer-upper project. That's what I got out of it.
That's definitely the feeling.
It felt bad. It sounded like he was getting, shit on at home. I don't know.
Yeah, there is a lot of that sort of feeling there.
Okay.
Takes a bully to make a bully.
Yeah. Good to know, I guess. It was just very confusing because last time I knew we,
I spent 2 days with them very close into a room and started to realize that
yeah,
maybe
it's
I
good
can
to see
help.
that you're like not dead.
I mean, questionable. We just met a giant hand.
I mean, I didn't.
I know. I mean, you're probably fine.
Or maybe I'm the one that's dead.
Yeah, that's also possible. You're right.
And y'all are the only ones that survived, and these are all just images that was left behind, so you wouldn't be surprised by what's going on.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, that's probably likely.
Is that your wildest dream? That sounds pretty wild.
Being dead? No. Well, depends on the day.
It depends on the day.
No. That's not my wildest dream. That'd actually kind of be creepy.
Well, I mean, dreams can be scary, as we have just demonstrated.
They can be. No, I'd want to I don't know what my wildest dream would be. I don't know. Be like a winning gladiator or something.
Anyways, we don't need to have this over here. Yeah, so everything's fine, David.
Oh,
Okay.
rad. That's
Yeah,
like,
cool.
hey, if I also feel weird in my stomach, is that like a magic thing or just because I was carried by a hand?
Could
Can
be
you try
something you
saying
ate.
Eldritch Blast again at that tree?
Eldritch Blast.
Nothing happens.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Maybe you have
good.
to say it differently. You have to go Eldritch Blast.
I don't know. I'm like trying to figure out what be like. It just doesn't feel like I have magic. Like if I did, that'd be like kind of sick or whatever. And as he says that, just like a jet of green light passes out of his hand. He goes, what?
Um,
That's bad, right? That's not good. That's bad.
did I
were you-
recognize the spell?
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
I was gonna mess with them too.
Oh, you can while this Arcana check is
I
happening.
was gonna troll this guy. Maybe you're just saying it wrong. Maybe I say Eldritch Blast, and then I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at the tree.
He goes, oh, that's nope. I don't.
I've never done that before. I don't know how that happened.
Did you also see the hand thing?
Maybe I did.
Weird. I don't remember seeing you there, but there are a lot of like strange.
I don't know.
in the
I had a
room.
weird dream last night, and I've been kind of feeling weird ever since.
Oh, weird.
I got a 15 on the Arcana check. Also, I definitely recognize Firebolt because I didn't have that spell.
Yeah, that one you recognize right off the bat, Firebolt. But for what is his name? I've already forgotten it.
David Boreanaz.
David. Yes, you recognize that is not. That's Ray of Sickness.
Okay. Because I thought so because of the word sick.
Yeah, he said sick, and you see Ray of Sickness just sort of popped out of his hand. Is it? Is that's bad? I don't like that. That's bad. I don't want the spooky magic.
That's a spell.
Gross. I really don't want to learn that.
It's a necromancy spell.
Oh, that's like the evil magic, right?
Wait,
isn't
that the kind of magic that do?
The what? You cut out.
The necromancy magic?
Moriarty?
Doesn't Eugene have necromancy? That's why their cat's still alive?
Oh, is that what that is? I thought they just like dug up a dead cat. And we're just
but it's moving.
Oh, that's how you get it to move. Okay. Well, that's not bad. I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay, the dead cat's cool, but like the spooky hand person, I don't like that part. I don't want that part.
Yeah, what the hell's happening, man?
I don't know. It just feels weird. I don't like it.
Maybe you need to talk to Feinstein later too.
Yeah. I don't want to. What if I just don't? What if it'll go away, right? Like if you're sick, it just goes away.
Nope.
Oh.
Magic's kind of with you forever, my dude.
I don't want it forever. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk. How do you get rid of it?
To get rid of it's usually pretty bad. Like bad things could happen to you.
Wait, like what?
Like they kill you.
Death.
Yeah,
death is a bad one.
Death does. I mean, for some people, I don't think it affected Funstein, for example.
Okay. I'm gonna have to ask her how to get out of here because I hate this. I don't want the spooky magic. It's bad.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Let's go talk to the professor.
Yeah. I'm gonna. What if I just don't think about it? It won't happen if I don't think about it, right? I just gotta not say those words.
Sometimes it just happens, dude. Let me tell you. Sometimes you don't mean for your magic to come out, but
Especially since you probably didn't study magic, so it's probably natural.
Ugh, okay, okay. I
But we don't have a notice to get out of Moriarty's class, so we should probably go to class and we can talk to Von Stein after.
I'm gonna ask him a question because I'm pretty sure he also does the creepy magic where it's like he was in like a bog for forever or something.
don't ask Moriarty about magic.
I'm pretty sure he has the like evil magic.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't ask him about it. He
Uh,
literally would.
Actually, your dad.
Wait, what?
I'm just fucking with you. I'm sorry.
I mean, he would probably.
No, my dad's my dad.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Don't-
mean,
okay.
he did. He
Um,
did try to would murder us if he could, if he wasn't bound by the cats, by the school.
Okay. I'm not. I'm just gonna go to class. You see, he's like staring at the ground, and just like you overhear him whispering. He's like, "Wait, is my dad my dad?"
Oh, god damn it.
you have messed this person up.
Your
I'm
dad's
gonna
your dad.
gently pat him on the back and then start heading towards class.
He does not seem to fully register, as he's having a full existential crisis now on the concept that his magic might be from something else now. So as you three step into Moriarty's class, we are gonna cut to you, Eugene. Don't make that sound again. It's gonna kill me. So yeah, you were rushing towards Lady Von Stein's classroom. And the minute you burst in, so you burst into one of her classes as it is ending. So she has collapsed the two realities back into one. And you can see there are a couple of older students packing up their stuff and getting ready to leave. And they look like walk past you. Most of them are just walking past you. A couple give you like looks because they're like, "Are you a good kid?" But the class clears out pretty quickly after about a minute.
Okay, and after it's cleared out, I'm just gonna kind of slowly enter, like, kind of knock on the door frame.
Mr. Vander, is there something wrong? Did you need
I-
something?
I had a really important question about some things regarding a patron and something that might have happened just now earlier.
Okay. Did you have an interaction of some kind?
Yeah, and I don't think it was supposed to be an interaction, but it definitely was.
Okay. Why don't you tell me what happened? Here. And you see she like sort of conjures a seat. Not one of the like regular chairs, but instead like a very soft and cushioned like single couch.
Thank you. And I'm just gonna very like awkwardly just kind of plop down.
It is the softest chair you've ever sat in your life.
Right. Okay. So
Okay.
in our botany class, we didn't really do anything about botany because he thought that like everyone dreams about plants, which we really don't.
Most people don't dream about plants, especially not every day.
But we were going in through everyone's dreams, and I was like, okay, we really don't have to go into my dreams because I don't really like my dreams particularly, or sometimes they end up being nightmares. But we did anyways, and the dream in question, my patron showed up.
I see. Okay. And that must have been the issue. Did something happen? Did they re- try and revoke your magic? Anything like that?
I don't think so. I don't think anything happened. It just they asked how who my friends were because they were still in there with us for some reason.
Well, if it
We,
is Wizette
we climbed on
spell.
her hand.
Oh, you climbed onto hand?
The hand of the patron.
Okay. I'm not familiar with every patron, so give me a moment to try and think of who that might be. If it is Wizette's magic, you probably all experienced it at the same time. He's a little loose with what should and shouldn't happen to students, and what is and isn't. He's not very well versed in the safety of mortals. It's a bit confusing for him.
It's patron Zion.
You see the minute you say the name, uh, Lady Von Stein, his head snaps up and goes, "Oh, ha, that's, I'm sorry, what was your patron's name again?"
Zion.
Oh, well that's, you're in luck. I did know them when I was alive. We were actually alive together. We used to travel for a bit, before we went our separate ways. I was going to get married. I didn't have time to travel anymore. Ah,
Oh.
haven't spoken to them in centuries. I could try reaching out. Was your issue that they were taking your magic from you, or just that they met your friends?
No, okay, fun fact, actually, after we met, it was a little while we were kind of, talking and winding things down, and talking to the professor about what had happened. And all of a sudden, this, Pontius has one too. It got really, really, really hot, and everything kind of just felt like it was twisting up and it wasn't good.
And that's it was magical specifically, not perhaps anxiety or some kind of attack.
Yeah, I typically know what those feel like, and it wasn't that.
Okay, just to be sure. So, would you mind if I took a look at your band there?
Yeah,
You can see they take your hand and go, ah, good craftsmanship. And like, so she like puts her hand and like a small like green light passes over it. She goes, oh, before something black, like a black tendril shoots out of the band and hits like the palm of her hand. She just goes, oh, feisty. Well,
sorry.
no problem. Protection spells, it seems. Not a fan of someone else's magic touching it. Standard things to give to your worshippers. Make sure they don't get injured if someone were to, rip this off of you. So,
Okay.
it seems as if, and you see she does it from a little farther away. She's like, well, only you or Pontius could take this off, so I can't help you there.
Do you need to take it off to?
Oh
examine?
no. Even if it was off, I don't think I'd be able to examine it well. From what I could gather, it seems like a standard connection band between you and your brother. It seems like you're sharing a little bit of your magic with each other and with your patron.
Why would it get really, really hot then?
Perhaps something was trying to send you a message or notification. Here, let me you see they sort of flip your arm over and cast so this time a little white light comes out and suddenly a like series of runes on the bare parts, so like the flat metal where it's usually just like raw silver, a series of runes circles around it. Goes, "Oh, there, see, there's the issue. A message was left for you."
Uh, can I read it?
Um, I'm not exactly sure what it says, but you might be able to. And as you stare at it, you can see the runes start shifting into common. And it just says, "Thank you for seeing me. Your friends were lovely. I'll see you tonight."
Oh, okay. How do I access that again?
I Each patron has separate magics for each of their own. I couldn't tell you exactly what it is. You try thinking of a reply or maybe writing it with your finger. Who knows? There are a couple of things you could try for that.
I'm just gonna think really hard at it. Why do my insides feel like Jello?
And you see that the runes change to say, "Why do my insides feel like jello?"
Yeah. Okay. Well, that worked. I think.
Yes. So, did that help you in any way? Do you think you need? Is there more I can assist you with?
I think that's okay for now. Um, they're not a bad person, right? Like you said you were travel companions.
Good and bad are subjective things. Some would say Professor Moriarty is bad, and in many ways he is. And in many ways he's still bad. I can't really defend him. And some would say Professor Wizette, for example, is bad for the things they do, and others it's less no, it's more that they don't know what's going on. and that they don't know that they're hurting people, or that they don't know that it's what they think is normal is scary. You might have a
Understand.
similar situation. Last I'd met, they seemed pretty fine. So Zion, they were an old friend of mine. Really weird. All the entire body was darkness. I never could really get a good look at them. They liked hiding in the shadows. Actually taught me some of that shadow magic. It's very useful. But they seemed kind enough. I will say, we didn't always do the best things in our youth. Some of us make mistakes and burn down towns, and it happens. You end up doing things you regret. So,
I'm not gonna be compelled to burn down any villages or anything while I'm. Am I?
no, that's just personal choices. If you feel that they need to burn down a town, think first before you do that. Also,
I
don't,
kind of prefer not
just as
to
a general
burn them.
recommendation, and this is for you later in life, you won't use it now. When you're drunk, do not try casting magic. The results are always weird.
Okay.
Sometimes you accidentally curse a farmer and you turn him into a frog for the rest of his life. You're not really sure how you undo that. So you were drunk and he called you a pig.
I mean, if he called you a pig, that's kind of really uncalled for.
Yeah, it was. It was really uncalled. But also, a frog for the rest of his life. Maybe like a week and it let it go.
That's true.
Sometimes, though, you do amazing things, like turn a woman into a camel and set the condition as she has to do one nice thing to let her out. I don't really know where she is now, but she's probably still a camel. It's never going to end up changing.
I don't accept
It's the exact same camel, yes.
you, motherfucker.
Listen, magic happens. A lot of things are mysterious. I don't think you'll burn down a town. You seem like a very good kid. I think you would sooner save a town than burn it.
I really want to try to. I mean, it's not like I have to be like a hero or anything, but like just in general, like doing nice things is better than like burning down towns.
Yes. You know what? You'll feel more comfortable with your magic during the tournament. You'll get to flex it, use it more. I know we don't do a lot of practical casting, so maybe it will make you feel better to do some practical magic.
Yeah.
Get a better connection.
Okay.
All right, for now,
Yeah,
this is.
I don't think I've really cast any spells except trying to show Pontius what happened earlier today. Okay.
Yes, maybe more practical. I'll see if I can set aside some time for you to do more practical training. Or you have your trainings each afternoon with your party, I believe. Try doing some casting there.
Okay.
Just don't hurt anyone. Or if you do, make sure you're near the healing halls so they can go get healed.
There was one time that Pontius was really stupid. Almost died while we were doing something. I don't even remember what, but I have the ability to keep people from dying.
Very useful. See? Your magic is already geared towards helping people.
I hope so.
But alright, I will. I believe you have a class right now. I don't know if you have a note for that or not.
I hold up the one that Pontius gave me.
Ah, you're good.
Yeah, I'm just I'm gonna be walking into Professor Moriarty's class late.
Oh dear. You have a pass, so he should actually. And she's like, "Can you hand me that for a moment?" And she asks for your pass, and she
hand
takes
right
it
over.
and writes on the back of it, and goes, "Okay." You can read Infernal, correct?
Yes.
So on the back of it, it just says in Infernal, "Do not yell at the child." And she hands it back to you.
It.
Yeah, and she signs it. It just says Lady Von Stein.
Okay.
She hands it back to you and goes, "Right. I just added a little extra on there. Here you go."
Thank you. I I'm gonna miss not being in your class while we're training for the tournament. Thank you. Bye. I'm just gonna get up and go.
That's very sweet of you. You step out.
She's so fucking cool.
She's very polite. She's a very polite lich.
I love her.
Cutting back to you three. So you all stepped into Moriarty's class, and he was sitting at his desk with his head in his hands. He's like, "I just come in, go to your seats."
Uh, All right. Everything
Okay.
all right there?
I don't want to be here. I hate this school so much. He's like, I hate this school so much. I don't want to be
Oh,
here.
well, that's fair.
If it helps, fuck, what was it? Wilret here doesn't want to be here either. So
Did you forget my name for a moment?
yeah,
All right. Just making sure.
Yes.
That's
I'm
true.
sorry. I've only been here for This is my second session. You're now on your third. You had more time.
What sessions are you talking about?
It is not important.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure I wasn't missing more class than I should. Because
Listen.
sometimes I don't pay attention.
All right, everybody, get to your seats. Just get to your seats, please.
All right.
Today,
Put Cornelius down at a table.
Thank you. Yes, right in the front. That's where I like to be.
I put you down, and then I walked all the way to the back.
Yep.
David has also followed you to the back as he's also in the group of I really don't want to be in this class.
Yep. Definitely in the back.
All
So
right.
you know that you know people when you drop them down in the front row and then start walking all the way to the back.
You're just like, I truly don't want to be in this class. But yeah, so as people start getting situated, in Professor Moriarty doesn't move from his seat. He just lifts his head and goes, all right, so I know a lot of you don't want to be here, especially you in the back. I know that's the don't want to.
Thank you for acknowledging us.
I also don't want to be here teaching, or in general. I hate this campus. I hate it here. So, we're going to have a very easy class today because I don't want to teach. If you could all,
Cool.
please, and you see he just sort of like waves his hand at the side, and like he waves his hand and then grabs the staff, and you see he summons like a small little, like homunculus servant. It looks like a little like crouched over goblin with like large bat ears and like just little fangs. And goes, "Hi, hello. I will be teaching class today, I believe." And he goes, "Okay, that's have fun. You're gonna get taught by an imp. Have fun." And you see he just lays down to take a nap on the desk, and the imp goes, "Right, today's lesson will be demonic
Are you
magics."
actually an imp?
Yes, I am.
Cool. I
Is
was just
there?
making sure.
Is
That's
there?
impressive.
Thank you. We appreciate puns down in the house.
Do you?
You do. Now if you have too many, you will get tortured. That's
Oh, that's fair.
a
Can
little
we
bit
just
of
spend this class talking about you?
me personally, or imps in general.
I mean, we can talk about you
you're all right,
personally if you
too.
want.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Tell us about your favorite Sunday.
favorite Sunday. I haven't had one of those in years. Oh, it's been forever. Well, I generally like vanilla ice cream, a bit boring, but it was very great for me. Before I died, I was a farmer, so ice cream was hard to come by. Used to do a lot of shady things. I did. So as warning, you will end up in the hell plains if you sell your daughters for money.
You sold your daughters for money?
Well,
Oh, wait.
the farm
You
was
sold your daughters for ice cream?
no, just for money, not for ice cream. I should have bought ice cream with the money, but no.
Yeah, man. What? Like, if you're gonna sell your daughters, might as well get ice cream with it.
See, that would have been
Shit.
smart. I was just trying to keep my farm afloat. Didn't work out anyways. Kind of gambled away the money. So,
Oh,
lesson for
Yeah.
life.
I
That
hear
will
that
get
all
you
the
sent.
time.
Lesson for life. That'll get you sent to the hells.
Gambling or selling your daughters?
Both. I had 2 checks. Well, I had a couple of checks, actually. Anywho, don't do major wrongs, and if you do, make sure you have a good enough bargaining chip after you die so that you can get somewhere else. So that even if I mean,
Good bargaining chip.
I
There
say
are-
Willard is actually taking notes right now.
exactly. He's like, I knew a man who died, and he had definitely committed atrocities, but he had blackmail on one of the angels that we encountered, and they were able to sneak him in. So if you have something like that, that's very useful.
Logical, important. Okay, blackmail on angels, and I underline blackmail 6 times.
How would you go about getting blackmail and angels?
Well, on this school, it's actually pretty easy. You've got Dr. Shore. You
Is
could probably
Cornelius
ask.
taking notes?
Or is Cornelius horrified right now?
No, he's fascinated. Someone just summoned an imp into the classroom. He thinks this is cool, but not taking notes.
Actually, can you? No, you won't need to make a check. Cornelius, you do feel as if someone is sending a message to you in your mind.
Oh no.
And you just hear a quick. It sounds like Professor Moriarty's voice. It just says, "These are the kinds of useful magics you can have when you learn to cast as I do." And that's all you hear.
Oh,
All right.
you're trying to be seduced towards the dark side.
I won't reply to the message, but I'll nod in real life because I'm not that smart.
Nice. So you see Cornelius is nodding, but it seems like he's nodding along with the lesson.
So
I just picture that Moriarty is literally sitting in a corner while Cornelius has some magic and is going, "Do it, do it, do it."
So technically speaking, if you had blackmail on an angel, you kind of have free reign to commit a bunch of atrocities.
That depends on how high ranking the angel is and if you think you could use it. Sometimes your blackmail isn't enough. You will just go to the hells and the angel will also go with you. So you want to make sure it's someone they couldn't lose.
Like, would a angelic teacher that teaches at this magic school be someone that they can't lose?
Yeah, she's probably actually I've had a couple people try and get blackmail on her and when they pop into our realm, it's not easy to do. She's kind of on the straight and narrow, real boring.
Uh-huh.
And most of her sins are kind of public, so it doesn't really matter.
God damn it.
Manufacturer. Got it. Okay.
And as this is happening, Eugene, you open the door to the classroom to see like a full imp standing there, and people are like actually like you see more engagement in the students than you have ever seen in this class.
You see Wilret taking notes.
Mm-hmm. And just
So,
a
like,
full imp.
What does a blackmail need to be?
It depends. I wasn't successful with that. I actually didn't think of any. There's a couple of dudes down there who know about it. Actually, he's. You see that the imp reaches towards Professor Moriarty's staff, and just immediately the snake on the staff bites its hand and goes, "Oh fuck, okay. Well, I would have just taken you there and shown you, field trip style, but."
Right.
I'm just going to gently put the pass on the desk next to Moriarty.
He is fully asleep.
Yeah, I'm just putting it there anyways, and then just kind of quietly wandering over to my seat.
Hey, you're late. What's your name? I don't care. I'm just messing with you.
They're probably trying to get blackmail on.
Yeah. Hey, why are you
angel.
late? You an angel kid? All right, you're useless to me. Go take a seat. Hey, actually, I've got a bunch. So most people don't suspect children for crimes. So, if you think all of you could maybe get like 1 diamond for me, and eventually just bring it, I'll probably be back. If you could get me 1 diamond each, that would be great.
Is this like considered extra credit or something?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, if you can actually guarantee extra credit, I might try to
Make an insight check.
I'm gonna join this insight check.
Yeah, all of you, if you would
Same.
would like to.
I just walked in and I'm already smelling the smell of bullshit. That's a dirty 20.
That's a 15 for me.
I got a 13.
17.
You don't think they have the authority to actually give you extra credit? This might just be a ploy to, as they said, most people don't suspect children for crimes. If they're asking if you could steal for them.
Yeah.
With no reward. So, any of you gonna give me like, so I can't really go far, otherwise I'd stop existing on this plane. But I know this school's got some like diamonds or whatever, and like there's a whole jewelry room. If you could bring me something from there.
Gonna be honest, I just lost interest again. You just asked me to do a lot of work, and I'm just gonna take a nap now, man.
All right, have fun. The rest of you, diamonds,
Cheers.
emeralds, rubies.
What are you planning on doing with them? Out of curiosity.
Um, Mainly sell them for money. There's a couple of
So,
demons I want to trap in gems.
How can we
oh, okay.
tell the difference between
Could
fake gems and real gems?
You can't trap a demon in a fake gem.
could you tell us how to trap a demon in a gem?
Yeah, sure.
Oh
Um,
my god.
so you're gonna need to make a ritual circle.
And I'm awake again.
All right, I am taking. Now Cornelius is taking notes.
Yeah, I'm also taking notes.
So what you're gonna need: ritual circle, blackfire candles, a gem of reasonable
Just become
wealth.
defense against the dark arts.
Yes. Gem of reasonable wealth, presumably 500 gold or more in value, any kind. Rubies work best for lower level demons, higher level demons, you're going to want a diamond. If you can get a black diamond, you're set, no matter what kind of demon it is, no matter how powerful. So, black fire candles, get yourself a ritual circle. If you can speak infernal, that'll set you up well. Black diamond. You're gonna need to get a little bit of angelic blood. Pretty easy to get on the black market. If you can't do that, holy water works too. You'll just need more of it. Now, trapping a demon. That's the hard thing. And it will continue. I'm not gonna give a whole ritual, but so yeah, for the rest of the class, you fully learn how to trap a demon inside of a gem.
Nice.
Everyone seems to be vividly paying attention.
God, yeah.
So people are just like,
this imp has just discovered that they should be a teacher in life.
yeah,
Well, not in life,
in death,
but
In
yeah.
death.
in the afterlife. But yeah, so you all have a very in-depth lesson on how to trap a demon in a gem. I will write the full thing down and then give it to you as I come up with a ritual for that.
Amazing.
And you will each have access to that if should you ever need it. Anyone in this class. But that is where we're going
Perfect.
to end our session because we're coming up. Yeah, we're already at like 3
Damn.
hours.
What?
I know, and I gotta wake up early tomorrow.
Oh, adulthood.
But yeah, so thanks for joining us. That's where the session is going to end. I hope you all had a great time.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. This is always incredible.
Thanks for letting me join late.
Yes, and thanks everyone for watching it. Thanks for joining on this lovely journey of dreams and imp teachers.
I feel like this is now going to be on the test.
The first time
That's
Wilbert
if
has ever been interested in class.
I mean, it'll be on the test if Moriarty knows that this is what was taught. He's asleep.
I mean, like, now it's going to be something we're going to have to do. So I think the first thing I need to do is go rob their jewels.
Heist.
Mm-hmm.
It's now
we
a heist
need a
episode.
500 diamond jewel.
This is just Chekhov's ritual.
Chekhov's rituals.
Black diamond. Black diamond will have an instant success.
Yep. So we will see you all next week, I believe, for Fall of Paleon on Saturday. The core on Friday. Yes. And then possibly the final episode of Liftswon. I doubt it.
Let's be honest
really
here.
Think that with all the fucking faffing.
Yeah. I doubt it. But we will see you all next week for more shows. Thanks for tuning in now, and we're always so happy to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great night. Catch you on the flip side.